Playoff time, ladies and gentlemen. The Sixers taking on the Boston Celtics here on 76ers Now. My name is Jake Chipper. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Our show today is sponsored and presented to you by Prize Picks. We'll get more on Prize Picks here throughout the show. The Sixers back in the playoffs after beating the Orlando Magic in the play-in on Wednesday. After a year removed from the postseason last year for Philadelphia, back in action today, taking on the rival Boston Celtics. Big underdogs on the road in Game 1 at TD Garden. Going to be a big task for the Sixers. Without Joel Embiid, probably for the full series, but 100% for the first couple of games to take down Boston, who, in what was supposed to be a rebuilding year, with Tatum out for much of the year with the Achilles, still the number 2 seed in the East is Boston. But the Sixers, we're ready, baby. We're ready. Who's in the chat right now? Who's pumped up to watch some meaningful playoff Sixers basketball? It's only been a couple of years since we played the Knicks 2 years ago, but it feels like even longer than that, given what's happened over the last year and some change for Philadelphia. So I'm excited to get into this one. If you are too, let me know down in the comments section. Javier in the building. Ty Man, Uncle Kias. I see my mom in the building as well. Lion Fighter, Naheem Irwin in the building as well. Shout out to everybody. The NBA kid, Rich Sports, Ty Man the Buckeye, Fred as well. What time does the game start? Fred says game starts going to be a little bit after 1 p.m. Eastern time. It's set for 1 p.m., but they always start these games about 10 minutes or so after the fact. So still probably about 30-ish minutes until this game does get underway. Peter in the building wanted to join to support you. I appreciate that. Time in the Buckeye as well. My dad in the building. Uncle Kias, let's get this win. Type in those 7-6s. Get those 7-6s going in the chat if you're ready for Sixers versus Celtics. As over the next 30 minutes or so before this game gets underway, we'll preview this game. We'll chop it up. We'll have a good time. And then we'll get ready to watch the playoff debut of VJ Edgecombe, Tyrese Maxey back in the playoffs. Last time Maxey was in the playoffs, he was cooking the New York Knicks, baby. Playoff P, Paul George back in action as well. So I'm excited to get all this back and going here today. So again, taking a look at this matchup, as I mentioned, Sixers are pretty big underdogs here in this one. In fact, 13-point underdogs on the road. Over-under set for 215. And look, again, it's going to take a lot to overcome without Joel Embiid. And as we go through the rest of the show, I'll kind of talk about my keys to the series, what the Sixers have to do if they want any chance of being able to pull off the upset against Boston. 25 people watching. As you come in here, be sure to hit that thumbs up icon and like the stream. Speaking of, to all my Sixers fans out there, let's get it going, baby. Let's get it going. I know a lot of Sixers fans, a lot of non-Sixers fans don't really expect Philadelphia to win the series, but look, even if I don't think that the Sixers win the series, who knows? Why not, right? Why not? Why don't the Sixers really, for once in our lives, pull off some kind of upset and do the unexpected and surprise you in a positive direction, right? They have tended to disappoint a lot, but they're in a position now where all the pressure is on Boston as the higher seed to win this series and win this opening game. Why not come out and at least steal Game 1 on the road and really put the pressure on the Celtics heading into a potential Game 2? If you want the Sixers to win this game, hit that thumbs up icon, like the stream. 28 people watching. I appreciate you guys, and let's get it popping here today. Peter, good job in the Cavs beating those Raptors. Yeah, Cavs took down the Raptors yesterday. Lakers taking down the Rockets. Bunch of injuries in that series. The Knicks took down the Atlanta Hawks. And then we had, what was the other series that was yesterday as well? There was one more game from yesterday. Rockets, Lakers, Cavs, Raptors, Knicks, Hawks. Had to be a Western Conference series. Oh, Timberwolves, Nuggets. Timberwolves, Nuggets. Javier, Chipper, did you hear that I betrayed Tyler Smith? My boy Smitty. What do you mean you betrayed him? Are you... In what way? I did not hear that. He didn't tell me. Let me know. Henry Watkins, Tyrese Maxey's uncle. We're all pumped up here in Texas. Henry Watkins, Tyrese Maxey's uncle in the building. I'm based in Texas as well. Our offices here in Dallas. So obviously Maxey from the area here. So that's pretty cool. Shout out. I'm looking for a big Maxey game today, man. Looking for a big Maxey game today. And really every game. I mean, if he isn't the guy for Philadelphia, you were booing him. I love that. I love that. Some notes, of course, heading into this one. The Sixers 45-37, the number 7 seed out in the Eastern Conference. Boston 56-26, the number 2 seed. The Sixers and the Celtics, it split the season series 2 games apiece. Sixers won a couple games early in the year, including on opening night. So they opened their season with a win against Boston, and they're looking to start the postseason with a win against Boston as well. But, of course, Joel Embiid with the appendicitis, with the surgery, will not play in this one. Long shot that he plays in the series. He hasn't even resumed basketball activity yet. It's a normal timeline for this kind of injury, right? It was never really expected for him to be back so quickly. So, again, going to have to find ways to do it without him. And I'll continue to try to talk about what some of those ways could be the further on we get into the program. First, though, before we get any further, I want to give a big shout-out to our sponsor for today's watch party and every watch party we'll be doing here on the channel. That is our friends at Prize Picks. Today's show is brought to you by Prize Picks, America's #1 sports picks app. The playoffs are here. There is no better way to cash in on the action than with our friends at Prize Picks. It's super simple to use. All you got to do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. You choose flex or power play, and you are on your way. If you want some inspiration, maybe for today's game or for future games in the series, you can actually follow me right now on the Prize Picks app with their new social feeds feature, where you can also follow your friends, copy lineups with a single click. My username on there is @JChip, @JChip. You want to look me up, give me a follow, and you can see all the lineups that I have placed before I even show them here on the program. Speaking of my lineups, here's what I'm rocking with tonight. Jaylen Brown, less than 26.5 points. Tyrese Maxey, more than 25.5 points. Paul George, more than 27.5 points, rebounds, and assists combined. That is $20 to win 120. It is that easy to play the game. And we have a great deal for new users now as well. Download the PrizePicks app today. Use code HMA when you play your first $5 lineup to receive $50 in lineups. That's code HMA when you play your first $5 lineup to get an extra $50 in lineups with PrizePicks. That link is in the description, and I'm throwing it in the live chat right now. Shout out to PrizePicks for sponsoring today's program. All right, I'm seeing some real ones in the chat as well right now. As you get in here, let me know who you got in this one, and we'll get to some of the people down in the comments. Peter Thurman in the building. What's up, Peter? A legend, a real one here on the show. Says, what's good, Chip, and my real ones. Peter, glad that you are here. Rocking in the building. Philly boy, Sixers. Naheem, definitely got to watch out for Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum. They run the show for the Celtics, 2 of the best players in the league. And so you're going to have to find a way. You're going to have to find a way. Philly boy talking about the Flyers. Yeah, shout out to the Flyers. I'm 4-4 Eagles, Flyers, Phillies, and Sixers. I want it to be a Philly winning weekend, playoffs only. How about over the last calendar year, all 4 big Philly sports teams making the playoffs? When's the last time that we could have said that? Big time win for the Flyers yesterday, 3-2 over the Penguins, so shout out. I haven't always been a big hockey guy, but look, if there's a Philly team in the playoffs, I'm going to root for them. And if there is a hockey team I'd root for, it would be the Flyers. I just don't really watch hockey all that much, but shout out to the Flyers, man. Shout out to the Flyers, and why could the Sixers do the same thing here tonight? Why not? Peter, please beat these Celtics. Have always been annoying to me. No offense to any that are Celtics fans. Yeah, sorry if there's any Celtics fans in here. You're all welcome to hang out, no doubt about it, but look, I can't stand the Celtics, and part of it is because they have owned the Sixers, right? I think we can all admit that especially in the playoffs, as we'll get to, they have owned Philadelphia, but man, the fans are just unbearable. And, they won their championship a couple years ago, so congrats to them. But it's a new year. It's a new team. And I think there are some areas where the Sixers can try to exploit if they do want to come out here and pull off the upset. So let's start previewing the series, previewing this game one a little bit. Philly boy, who does Celtics chat sports? And my guy Tyler Smith, Smitty, as we call him, my good friend, co-worker here, does a great job running the show over there. But we're running the show here on 76ers now. All right, so let me run through some of my keys to the game here. And I did a whole preview show the other day. If the Sixers hopefully get another series, we'll continue to do more previews. But that's why I hit that sub button. You would have seen this 2 days ago, or 3 days ago, actually, if you were subscribed. But here are sort of my keys to the series. The Sixers want to pull off the upset. These things all really have to happen, and these are all the big key points that could swing the game one way or the other. Number one, Maxey has to be the best player in the series. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If Tyrese Maxey is not the best player on the floor at all times, the Sixers won't have a chance. He has to really elevate his game to a whole nother level. I'm talking about to the level of a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, to the level of a Luka Doncic in the playoffs, and Anthony Edwards in the playoffs, somebody who can carry your team and carry you to wins by himself, because that's what it's going to take against a team like the Boston Celtics. Number two, you can't get killed on the boards. Every time the Celtics and the Sixers matched up this season, the Celtics absolutely destroyed the Sixers on the glass, especially the offensive glass. They're a top 5 offensive rebounding team in the league. Sixers are bottom 5 in terms of allowing a lot of offensive rebounds, and Neemias Queta for Boston had a couple of huge games against Philadelphia this year on the offensive glass. Can't allow that to happen. Paul George, Kelly Oubre, Dominic Barlow defensively. Those three are going to be tasked, among some others, of course, but mainly these three, with guarding Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum. I think they can all do a pretty good job against those guys. You know, Barlow, they match up against Tatum, has the size, and it's not like Tatum's a crazy athlete who's going to blow right by him every single play. Kelly Oubre can guard either of them. Paul George, I think, can do a decent job. It's going to take a lot of bodies. You're going to throw all three of these guys plus more at them to stop the Jays, but I think the Sixers are more well-equipped this year than they have been in past playoff runs to guard Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown out there on the wing. Keep it close late. The Sixers actually have the number 1 clutch defense in the NBA. So when a game was within 5 points in the last 5 minutes, by the stats, the Sixers do have the number 1 defense in the NBA in those scenarios. So if you're able to keep it close, heading into the fourth quarter, late in the fourth quarter, not let the Celtics run away with these games, you can rely on that late game defense and that clutch play from Maxey and from VJ Edgecombe, who's been one of the most clutch players all season long. Try to sneak some wins out late, but you cannot let them run away with it early on. And of course, can Joel Embiid return? Obviously not returning for this game, so that really doesn't apply to game 1. But for the series, like, if you are able to push it to a game 6, to a game 7, would he be able to return? I wouldn't count on it. I think he's probably out for the entire series, even if it does go to 7. There's a slight chance. We really don't know, right? So I'm not counting on it. You got to find other ways to beat Boston. And so those kind of things are really the direction that you're going to have to go in here. And, you know, the Celtics obviously one of the best shooting teams in the league as well. And so guarding the three-point line, they don't really attack the rim. They don't really get to the free throw line, right? They aren't like a, you know, San Antonio Spurs of old where they're moving the ball, they're swinging it around and all that. You know, they're in the bottom of the league and assists per game as well. And so they're going to shoot a lot of threes. If you can do a good job contesting, staying home on shooters, I think you can do a good job. If not, and you're giving up open threes and they're letting it fly early, things could certainly get ugly. But hopefully that is not the case here tonight. So Adem Bona will get the start at center for the Sixers. It will not be Drummond. So Nurse sticking with Adem Bona. Of course, Drummond and Bona will still play pretty big minutes. So here are your starting lineups now that is confirmed here in this one. It'll be Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Kelly Oubre, Paul George, and Adem Bona. And we'll get this up here in just a sec. Allie in the building. Let's go. F the Celtics. Hell yeah, Allie. Let's go. My girlfriend in the chat saying F the Celtics. Take them down. Tie man. Smitty does. Smitty. I'm not sure what you're talking about there. Oh, you're answering who does the Celtics chat sports. Yeah. My guy, Tyler Smith. Naheem, Sixers, whatever you do, don't force turnovers, don't foul any players. Yeah, don't turn the ball over, I imagine what you're saying. Sixers have been one of the better teams in the league this year in terms of not turning the ball over. And so you certainly don't want to get into that kind of situation where you're doing things out of character, which turning the ball over would be out of character for the Sixers. They haven't really done that all year. They were 7th best in the NBA in terms of not turning the ball over. All right. Philly boy, any other NBA games today? Yeah, full slate of games. Full slate of 4 playoff games today. First 2 days, they always go 4 and 4. So we got Sixers Celtics at 1 p.m. Eastern, then Suns Thunder at 3:30, then Magic Pistons at 6:30, and then Blazers Spurs at 9 p.m. Eastern. So we're kicking off the day. Little early afternoon tip-off here for the Sixers and the Celtics. I kind of like this, right? First game of the day. Everyone's going to be watching here. Early afternoon, noon on a Sunday. You know, those people on the West Coast waking up, get this one started. Those of you on the East Coast and Central Time, got your morning going, had a little coffee, some breakfast, maybe even had some brunch on a Sunday, and now we're getting ready to go here for this game 1. All right, taking a look at the starting lineups for tonight's action. For the Sixers, Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Kelly Oubre, Paul George, and Adem Bona. For the Celtics, their routine starting 5 of Derrick White, Sam Hauser, Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum, and Neemias Queta. Neemias Queta has been a revelation this season. Derrick White's been pretty disappointing offensively. Still a good defender, but I think, you know, you look at this starting 5 for the Celtics, and who's guarding Maxey? I don't think Derrick White is quite up to the level to be able to guard Maxey. Sam Hauser certainly isn't. I don't think Jaylen Brown or Jayson Tatum are quick enough to guard Maxey in the perimeter. So who are they going to throw at him? They're probably going to throw a lot of bodies at him. He'll probably see some doubles. You know, I'm sure they'll try to, you know, blitz him off the pick and rolls, things like that. And so he'll have to make smart decisions. But I think Maxey has a big advantage against this unit for Boston. You know, in the past, Derrick White's been a little more fleet of foot. You know, Drew Holiday in the past has been a really good defender, able to guard Maxey. I think Maxey can have an absolutely massive series in this one. And so it'll come down to just how efficient he can be when he's getting some good looks. And then, of course, the supporting cast as well is going to matter quite a big deal. All right, let's get those 7-6s going in the chat. If you want the Sixers to win, spam those PHIs as we are about 10-ish, 15 minutes away from tip-off in this one. 49 people watching. Naheem, Philly boy, Ty Man, Benjamin, let's go Sixers. Type in Drummond as well. Yes, Drummond will be a big key in this game. Not starting in this one, but him and Adem Bona will both, you know, split those center minutes. And so I agree. You definitely need Drummond to be really effective again. He was great against Orlando on Wednesday. It was a big reason they won that game. Hit the dagger 3 in the right corner. That was certainly crazy. You don't need him to do that. If he gives you 1 or 2, I mean, that you'll take that all day long. But you're looking for him to hit the glass. And the defense he played specifically on Wednesday was also really key. You know, defensively and as a whole, Drummond's been an up-and-down player all season long. If he can play the type of defense he was playing on Wednesday, deflecting balls, blocking shots, I mean, shoot, that really changes the whole game because defensively he has not been very good for a large majority of the season. Get those PHIs going, baby. Let's go. Philly boy, when's the NFL draft so I can watch you and Chase on Eagles? Yeah, NFL draft starts Thursday. NFL draft starts Thursday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We'll be live all 3 days, so be sure to be there for that. It starts, I believe, round 1 is 8 p.m. Eastern. So we'll be live at least an hour beforehand on Thursday, maybe even more. So there you go, Philly boy. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Round 1 on Thursday, of course. Round 1 on Thursday. 51 people watching, 20 likes as you get in here. Hit that thumbs up icon. Like the stream. Now, the Sixers and the Celtics, as I mentioned, have matched up 4 times this year. They matched up 3 times in the postseason, really in the Jayson Tatum, Jaylen Brown era for Philadelphia. And so this is kind of a look at that. And look, the Celtics have kind of owned the Sixers. Not kind of, they have in the playoffs. I mentioned 2018, Celtics won 4-1. 2020 in the bubble, Celtics swept the Sixers. Of course, Sixers were dealing with injuries in that one. In 23, this is one that stings. Celtics beat the Sixers 4-3. Sixers were up 3-2. Game 6 on their home floor. They blew that game late with a chance to advance to the conference finals. And then we all know what happened. Jayson Tatum in Game 7 sent the Sixers packing. And so Philadelphia, Embiid's talked about it before. He said, well, it's not really a rivalry if they always kick our ass. Maybe you can fight back a little bit here today. I know the Sixers, what I hope doesn't happen, I don't think it will because Maxey's not this kind of guy. VJ's not this kind of guy. But I really hope they aren't just content with making the playoffs this year with all the injuries they've had and the fact that, last year was so bad. Maxey said, I'm going to do whatever it takes before that playoff playing game to get us to the postseason. And it certainly is great to be back, but I hope they don't kind of play like they're just happy to be here and happy to play a few playoff games and then they end up getting swept by Boston, Try to win the damn series. Take it game by game. No team's unbeatable, right? I mean, think back. I know it took a big injury for the Sixers to beat the Bulls way back in the day when Derrick Rose, unfortunately, got hurt, but the Sixers won that series, as the massive, massive underdog. And so can they, pull off a similar kind of vibe here tonight? Today, I should say. A little afternoon game. Yes, sir. Eamon, what does VJ need to do to get us to win? Look, VJ, one, needs to be aggressive. I think at times he could be a little too passive offensively in terms of looking for his own shot. Getting that little mid-range step back he's got. And, of course, taking open threes, I think, is never a problem. It's, when he has the ball trying to create his own looks, I think he's a great shot creator, right? And so just being more aggressive, but continuing to do the little things he does. Because no matter if he's shooting the ball a lot or not, he's always hitting the glass. He's making good passes, playing good defense, right? And so continue to do those little things. Use that athleticism to your advantage. Especially, hitting the glass. Again, as I mentioned, because rebounding is going to be a huge, huge key for the Sixers in this series. And, we'll see who he ends up guarding. I imagine he'll mostly be on, Derrick White, Peyton Pritchard. I'm sure I'll switch on to Jaylen Brown a little bit. I'm not so sure if I'd want him much on Tatum. Although he did switch on to Paolo a few times and did pretty good. But, yeah, that's what I'm really looking for. David Jones in the building. What's going on? Another real one here. Screebus as well back in the building. Let's go, Sixers. Screebus, welcome back. Welcome back. All right. Round 1 action between the Sixers and the Celtics. Should be just moments away. A reminder, we do have a Super Chat menu here tonight. All Super Chats get a shout out. $5. I got some Happy Dad Fruit Punch Hard Seltzers on deck. We'll start taking down some of these. Every $5 is a beer cheers. Every $20, I got a beer bong coming for you guys. Just to, have a little fun if you want to go a little bit extra to support the show and have some fun while we're at it. But you're a real one if you're just here watching. Certainly don't need to send in a super chat, but we do appreciate it here on the channel. It's like, kind of like tipping your bartender, tipping your waiter. Something like that. Alrighty, we are here. Playoff basketball. TD Garden, Boston, Massachusetts. Of course, the Celtics, 2 years ago, raising that championship banner. Last year, in the playoffs, of course, Tatum tore his Achilles. He's back. He's back. Q Genius is back as well. Hashtag game time. Let's go. Naheem, I think Maxey can lead the way. I think he can too. That's the big thing, man. When you got a player like Maxey who's played like a top 5, top 10 player in the league this season, if he goes off, anything can really happen. All right, if you're excited for this game to get underway, hit that thumbs up icon. Like the stream. 55 people watching, 23 likes. The more likes we get, the more people that'll be in here, more Sixers fans we can get in here watching and really put the party in the watch party. As we are just a couple of minutes away. 2 minutes on the clock up there on the court for the players to continue their shoot around. And then we'll get it started. Come on. Come on, Philly boy. Oh, I don't even know if I want to read that out, Philly boy. Oh, that's too heartbreaking. I don't even know if I can read. You're not wrong at all. That hurts my heart too much. That hurts my heart too much. Oh, man. That's a problem with the playoffs for the Sixers. It brings up a lot of bad memories and things like that. But maybe we can create some good ones here this year. Could you imagine the discourse and just how awesome it would feel if the Sixers are able to upset the Celtics when everybody's saying Boston in 4, Boston in 5? We'll see. First super chat of the day, and it's coming in from my dad, sending in the 20s. Sixers should be relaxed. All pressure on the Celtics. Sixers win in overtime. I love it. Overtime game. And yeah, it's a great point. All the pressure is on Boston, right? The heavy favorites in this one. They're at home, coming off a fantastic regular season. All the pressure is on Boston. And so the Sixers have to play free, but also, play with intention, have a good game plan. We'll see what Nick Nurse cooks up. And hopefully pull out a win. An overtime game would be electric, I'll tell you that. I'm not too far from my guy Tyler Smith. So, Tyrese Maxey, the only player in the NBA this season to average 30 points a game against Boston. He had some massive, massive games. He shot like over 50% from 3 against Boston in 4 games this year. Again, the only player to average 30 plus against them. A lot of history between the Sixers and the Celtics. Obviously goes back years and years and years. Philly boy, sorry I made you sad. I'm just explaining my opinion. Oh, no, Philly boy. It's all good, man. It's all good. No worries at all. Alrighty. If you're excited, continue to hit that thumbs up icon, like the stream. And if you want the Sixers to win, I need to get the chat going right now. I need 1,000 7-6s right now. We got 60 people watching. If you each spam it as much as YouTube lets you, we could easily get there, baby. Type those 7-6s if you're hyped. Let's go. Come on. Why not us, huh? Why not us? Why not us? Philly boy. My mom in the chat, Naheem, Eamon. My dad as well. Eamon going crazy with those 7-6s. Come on, man. Why not us, huh? All right, for that 20, cheers, everybody. Take down some drinks. Need a little more in here. Let's go. Woo! Come on! Moments away from tip-off here in this one. Let's go. Let's go. I need to see more 7-6s. PG 30 plus this afternoon. Calling it now from Q Genius. That would be electric. Come on, keep them going. Like Eamon. Like Eamon. 70 people watching. Get those 7-6s in the chat, man. Let's go. Q Genius. I'm feeling strangely good about this game, man. I'm feeling strangely good. Overguard, typing those 7-6s. Let's go, baby. We're about 5 minutes out. Woo! Playoff basketball, man. You can't beat it. You cannot beat it. Cannot beat it. Naheem, in week 1 against the Celtics, Tyrese Maxey had 40. VJ scored 34 in his rookie debut. Yeah, Sixers open up the season against Boston with a big-time win on the road. We'll see if they can do the same to open up the playoffs with a big-time win. We'll see. Come on, man. They can get it done. They can get it done. You just cannot let this game become a shootout. You got to play sound defense in the perimeter. And your stars had to be great. But also, can you get contributions from a Quentin Grimes, from a Kelly Oubre, Dominic Barlow, just trying to Watford play. Theodore, VJ will be the Boston Strangler. He has been terrific as well against Boston this year. Tight man, the Buckeye in the building. Anthony's rooting for Boston here. Got a couple Celtics fans in the building. Here we go, baby. Make some noise in the chat. These two guys right here. Boston's going to learn. Boston's going to learn. Christian Malley back in the building. Good to see you, Christian. Good to see you, Christian. This is the playoffs, man. Got to come out with intensity. I love the way the Sixers played against Orlando on Wednesday. They had a different focus they've had in a while. They look just more together and like a cohesive unit than they have all season long. Can that continue here tonight? Today? I'm going to keep saying it tonight. It's 1 o'clock Eastern, 12 o'clock Central. Kelly Oubre, I believe in you. Yes, Naheem. Kelly Oubre, going to need it. 84 people watching. Couple minutes away from tip-off. As you get in here, hit that thumbs up icon. Like the stream for the free coverage. Free play-by-play audience interaction. Love to hear you guys in the chat as well. We're all watching the game together, All right, the starters shaking hands, getting ready to come out on the floor. It is a sold-out crowd here at the TD Garden. We know the Celtics have one of the best home court advantages in the playoffs in the NBA, really. So can you quiet this crowd early? Joe Mazzulla, Celtics head coach, 33-17, career playoff record, of course, 2024 champ. The NBA kid, VJ, is going to drop 40. Yeah, Sixers in their blue today. They'll wear their throwbacks for every home game, but not on the road. Here we go. It's Maxey, VJ, Oubre, George, and Bona starting for Philadelphia. It's Derrick White, Sam Hauser, Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum, and Neemias Queta for the Boston Celtics. Come on, last chance. Get those 7-6s in pregame. If you're rocking with the Sixers and you believe. Colton Berge, bye-bye Boston. Q Genius, let's dance. It'll be Adem Bona and Queta to jump it up, to kick off what is hopefully a competitive series here between the Sixers and the Celtics. We'll jump it up. At some point, he'll throw the ball up, and now we are underway. Bona wins the tip. Ball goes to Tyrese Maxey, and we're underway. Here's Bona. Hands it off to George. George will take a three. No good to start this game. So a good shot for Paul George being aggressive there, but couldn't get that one to go. Now Queta drives inside. On his lap, he's fouled by Bona. So an early foul there for Adem Bona. Obviously something to watch there with how much foul trouble Adem Bona tends to get into. So don't love an early foul there for him. On March 1st, Bona had 24 and 17 against the Sixers as he knocks down free throw number 1. Eamon, your TV's ahead. Try seeing if the stream is behind. You might not be completely live. And Queta misses number 2, so splitting the free throws there does Neemias Queta. Now Maxey off the Oubre screen. Tatum switches on. Maxey tries to get by him. Good defense from Tatum. He finds VJ in the corner. His corner 3 is no good. Rebound to Boston. Now Brown attacking George. Out to Hauser. Open look from 3, and he nails it. That's what you can't have if you're the Sixers. You cannot leave their shooters open. And that was wide open. The top of the key for Sam Hauser. Now Maxey working one-on-one against Hauser. He'll take a step back 3. He'll bank it in. Tyrese Maxey putting the Sixers on the board. There we go from Maxey. Now here's Queta. Nearly turns it over, trying to get it to Jaylen Brown. Now Brown will get it. Nearly lost it. Gets it back inside. Layup no good. Bona fighting for the rebound. He grabs it. And now Bona running with it. And he's going to get a charge. There's no reason Adem Bona needs to be bringing the ball up on the fast break. He was out of control. George wanted him to pass it again. Instead, he drove right in. He had an open Oubre, but he left his feet first, and that's going to be a charge. Second foul on Bona. He'll probably have to come out here. Just out of control there for Adem Bona. Of course, his first playoff action as a young player. Two early fouls on Bona. Andre Drummond checks into the game. Now Tatum. He'll be doubled. Gets it down to Queta, who slams it down with a right hand. Back the other way. Here's George. Gets by Brown. Counted in the foul for Paul George. The little Euro step after he got by Jaylen Brown. Queta tried to contest the shot. But Paul George in control. Putting it up and in. He'll go to the line. Good to see Paul George get going early here as he knocks down the free throw. You're all tied up 6-6 early in quarter 1 here. VJ nearly steals it. He saves it back in, but it goes right back to Tatum. Now Tatum working on Drummond. He'll shoot right over him, and from about 12 feet out, that mid-range jumper is good for Tatum. Here's George getting the screen from Andre. Now George posting up. Jaylen Brown spins, and he had it, but he lost it. Good spin move from PG, but just lost it after the spin. Here's Derrick White now. Up top to Queta. Resets to Tatum. Guarded by Paul George. Tatum, post fade. No good. Created some space there with the shoulder bump, but wasn't able to get it to go. Now Maxey. Step back 3 over Tatum. No good. Jaylen Brown with it. Stolen away. Poked away by Oubre. Taken by George. Boston gets back. Here's Maxey. Drives inside. He's fouled. That's Queta. That's his second. We'll see who they call it on here. It is on Queta. That's 2 fouls on Queta. That is big. That is big time. We're 2 subs away from 25,500 if you're not already hit that sub button. Yeah, NBA, I'll show stats here in a second as Maxey misses the first free throw. Celtics with an 8-6 lead here. Just about 4 minutes into the first quarter of game 1. Maxey's second free throw is good. So I'll make it an 8-7 ball game now. Vucevic has come in for Queta for the Celtics. Here's Tatum over to Hauser, who got Maxey to jump on the pump fake and promptly knocks down the three after Maxey flew right by him again. Open threes. Cannot happen. Now Maxey posting up Derrick White. Post fade, no good. Thought Drummond got fouled trying to get the rebound. No call. Now Oubre guarding Tatum. He gets it to Nikola Vucevic, the trade deadline acquisition. Now Jaylen Brown posting up VJ. VJ doing a good job to hold his ground, but Jaylen Brown, and that's going to be a late foul call on VJ. Wow, that was a late whistle. Brown will go to the line. I don't think VJ fouled him on that. Again, a very late call. And they're going to say it was on the floor, actually, before the shot. So Tatum gets it into Brown. He'll fade over Oubre, and Kelly just didn't get a hand up there. Shot's good for Jaylen Brown. If you're Kelly, man, you got to get a hand up on that. All of a sudden, a 13-7 Celtics advantage. Maxey working on White. He'll get a screen from Oubre. Maxey drives in. Kicks to George. George throws it out of bounds, or throws it right to Derrick White. Up ahead to Tatum. And Tatum lays it up and in. 15-7 Celtics leads. Timeout Sixers. Bad pass from George. Leads to a run out for Boston. And not a good start if you're the Sixers here. Pass was actually tipped by Jaylen Brown, but I don't know if I love the idea from George there anyways. And we'll head to a timeout commercial break. Nick Nurse wants to talk things over with his team. I feel like the Sixers are playing a bit nervous. There's of course some, early playoff nerves. Compared to the, a Celtics team who's been in it for the last few years. So just want to settle into this game. Good timeout early here for Nurse. Try to get some better looks offensively. And you can't be giving up open threes like you have already. 2 wide open threes for one of the Celtics' best three-point shooters in Sam Hauser. Just cannot happen. Cannot happen. All right, commercial break. You're not missing a thing here. While we have a moment, I want to take a second to tell you guys about our sponsor here on today's Sixers Celtics Watch Party, and that is Prize Picks. Today's show brought to you by Prize Picks, America's #1 sports picks app. Playoff basketball is here, and there's no better way to cash in on the action than with our friends at Prize Picks. Super easy to use. All you got to do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. You can choose flex play or power play, and you are on your way. If you want some inspiration for your picks during this series, you can actually follow me now on the Prize Picks app with their new social feeds feature. You can also follow your friends, copy lineups with a single click. At JChip is my username. You can see my lineups before I even show them on the show. And we have a great offer for new users as well. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code HMA when you play your first $5 lineup to receive $50 in lineups. That's code HMA when you play your first $5 lineup to get an extra $50 in lineups with Prize Picks. That link is in the description. I'm also throwing it in the chat right now. And speaking of my lineup here today, I can show you guys how we are looking here so far. So I went with this 3-pick power play, $20 to win $120. Maxey more than 26.5 points. He's got 4 early on. Paul George more than 27.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's got just 3 points on that and 1. No rebounds or assists yet. Jaylen Brown less than 26.5 points. He's got just 2. So very early, of course, still plenty of game to go. Q Genius attacked the rim, Maxey. The shot blockers on the bench. Yeah, look, with Queta on the bench with 2 fouls, you got to get downhill and get to the basket. Some numbers early on in this one. I mean, Maxey has 4, George has 3, and that's it for the Sixers. For Boston, again, Sam Hauser already with 6 points. You cannot give him open threes. That was my biggest key to the series. And I dropped a whole video on Friday talking about this, where if the Sixers want to find a way to win this game and win this series, the one thing you cannot do is give their shooters open looks. Every shot, every three-point shot has to be contested. All right, here we go. We're back here out of commercial break. Sixers looking to cut into this early lead. Here's Kelly Oubre. Open corner three's no good. Drummond fighting for the rebound, but it's tipped away and taken by Boston. Now Tatum working on Maxey. Gets it over to Hauser. To Vucevic in the corner. Good defense from Drummond, though, to force the pass. Now Tatum right over Maxey. Shot's good. Sixers down 17-7. 5 minutes into the opening quarter. Maxey gets a screen from Oubre. He'll kick it to Kelly. I would have loved Oubre to shoot that 3. Instead, he gets it back to Tyrese, who's now going to attack Tatum. Great defense from Tatum. Maxey somehow gets the right-handed layup to fall. He had no space down there in the paint. I don't know how he got that one to go. Now Vucevic over to Derrick White. Gets a wide-open look from 3. He knocks it down. That just can't happen, man. Wide-open threes. If they get those all series, the Sixers are going to get swept. You can't leave guys wide open. Not against Boston. They're going to knock him down every time. Here's Maxey. Gets in the paint. Step back jumper. Short. Rebound. Goes to Tatum. It just can't happen. Here's Jaylen Brown attacking Andre Drummond. Blocked. Drummond with a huge rejection. Sixers have numbers. VJ downhill. Euro to Kelly Oubre. Corner 3. No good. How about VJ Edgecombe fighting for the offensive rebound? Gets it out to Maxey. Right back to VJ. His right corner triple. It bounces around. That's no good. Vucevic grabs the rebound. Extra point opportunity there for the Sixers. Couldn't get it to go. Now Jaylen Brown drives right by Kelly Oubre. Just poor defense there from Kelly. It's a 22-9 lead for the Celtics to start this ball game. Drummond gets it to George, posting up Brown. George, midi, fadeaway, good. Paul George puts the Sixers back on the board. With 5 minutes to go in this first quarter. Sixers, though, down 22-11. Tatum gets the screen. That's going to be an illegal screen going the other way. Vucevic trying to screen Oubre, but was moving a little bit there, so that'll be an offensive foul and a turnover for Boston. We'll see if that can help the Sixers here, kind of get things going a little bit. Yeah, clearly Vucevic sticking out that right elbow. Dominic Barlow's entered the game, as has Quentin Grimes for the Sixers. Here's George, and he'll be fouled on the floor by Jaylen Brown. They're really attacking that Paul George, Jaylen Brown matchup. George has a size advantage. So Sixers will inbound here off the foul. Maxey gets it into Drummond, gives it right back to Maxey. And it's going to be an offensive foul on Andre Drummond setting the off-ball screen. Just shoved Jaylen Brown to the floor. Again, those type of things, man. Those self-inflicted wounds just can't happen. And that's Drummond's second foul. So 2 on Drummond, 2 on Bona. And they're going to review this? Wow, and they're going to see if this is a flagrant on Drummond. They're going to review this here to see if there was something extra from Drummond here on the screen. I didn't catch it in real time. Let's see. Drummond kind of threw an elbow to the upper chest area of Brown. I don't think this should be a flagrant. I gave him a little forearm shiver there. But I don't know if it was quite excessive enough to be upgraded to a flagrant. I'd be shocked if that's a flagrant. It's obviously a foul. Yeah, so very quick review. Nothing unnecessary there, says Scott Foster. So just a regular clean foul. Good hard foul from Drummond. Well, not good. It turns the ball over. And so that's going to bring up some tough decisions here for Nick Nurse, as both of his centers, Andre Drummond and Adem Bona, both 2 fouls in the first quarter. You wonder if you go small ball here with Dominic Barlow at center. Does Jabari Walker maybe get some run? So Drummond will go to the bench, and it's going to be Dominic Barlow playing the 5. I don't hate this going up against Vucevic. Not like Vucevic is going to really bang down low at this point in his career, so not the worst. Now, where you do lose out, though, is on some rim protection, and we'll probably see the Celtics really try to attack the basket, even though they don't score at the rim a whole lot. Pritchard, corner, fakes, gets him in the air, finds White. His 3 no good. Rebound is tipped out of bounds. They're going to say Celtics ball. Sixers say it was last touched by Boston. Refs are going to talk it over. Let's see on the replay here. It was Barlow and Vucevic fighting for it. It was clearly knocked out of bounds by Nikola Vucevic. And they're going to say it's Celtics ball. Nurse should challenge this. It's Sixer. It should be Sixer ball. They're not going to challenge it. Boston gets it into Vucevic. Now Brown drives right by Oubre again. He smokes the layup. I don't like the defense I've seen from Kelly Oubre here early on. Now Barlow drives in. His layup, wild shot, nearly drops, but no good. Tatum lets a deep one go. That's no good. Rebounded by Quentin Grimes. Now Maxey gets right by Derrick White. He's fouled. Maxey to the line for the N1 opportunity. This is what I'm talking about, man. Maxey's just too fast. Derrick White's a good defender. He's not nearly fast enough on his feet to guard a guy like Maxey when he's changing directions quickly. Had no choice but to foul him. Maxey made him pay. Let's see if he can convert on the three-point play. So Sixers here. We went a couple minutes without scoring from either side until that Maxey N1 knocks down the free throw. So now it's a 22-14 lead for the Celtics with 3:49 to play in quarter number 1. Jaylen Brown has come out of the game. Jordan Walsh checks in for the Celtics. Here's Pritchard guarded by Grimes. Screen from Vucevic. Gets downhill. Layup is good. It's not good on-ball defense there from Grimes. Now George nearly turns it over. Gets it back. He's being guarded by Pritchard. He'll back him down at the right elbow. Nearly loses it. Now he puts it up. Brick. Would have liked to see him pass that ball up there. I know he had the advantage, but never really seemed in control. Pritchard now guarded by Maxey. He'll get it to Vooch, who gives it right back. Pritchard off the screen. Gets a good look from 3. No good. Oubre corrals the rebound. Now Maxey sees Tatum on him. He wants the ISO. A little right-hand floater. Shot's no good. Barlow tracks down the offensive rebound. Now Grimes over to George. Had a shot in the corner. Didn't take it. Instead, he dishes it down low to Barlow. He'll be fouled. Free throws coming for Dominic Barlow. 219 people watching. To all my Sixers fans out there, as we get a timeout on the floor before the free throws, so we'll have to wait to see these Dominic Barlow free throws coming. Be sure to hit that thumbs up icon. Like the stream, 239 people watching, 47 likes. Sixers fans, show me that you're here, that you're making some noise by hitting that thumbs up icon. Like the stream. Free way, just to help out a little bit. We're up to 47 likes. We appreciate it. Q Genius, rest letting them play a little bit. Yeah. I think they've been fine up to this point. No concerns. We got a Knicks fan in here, Hector Cabrera. Kish, Celtics fan in there. We got Knicks fans, we got Celtics fans in the chat. Where are my Sixers fans at? Make some noise. Make your presence heard. Insane Star, good to see you again. Need the Sixers to pick up the pace. Oubre has to wake up. I don't know what Kelly Oubre is doing out here, man. Kelly Oubre is sleepwalking early in this game. I don't understand. So Sixers down 24-14. Up to 53 likes. Again, hit that thumbs up icon. Like the stream. There's my Sixers fans. Funk Soldier. Colton Berge. Let's go Sixers. Nate, so far so good. I feel like we need to take better shots. PG and Maxey look like the only ones who want to play. Yeah, I think Barlow's giving you some good minutes, offensive rebound. I don't know what Kelly Oubre's doing. VJ was subbed out early, so I'm sure he'll get back in here soon. And yeah, QG, saying the other QG, Quentin Grimes, has to get better and get it going against that Celtics second unit. I mean, he's one of the X factors, man. Kenneth, defense is awful. Shot selection's fair, just can't make them. Yeah, defense has been really bad. I mean, guys just getting right to the basket, open three-point shooters. It just cannot happen. Just can't happen. All right, here we go. Coming out of commercial break, Sixers down 24-14 with 2:39 left to play in the opening quarter. Celtics done a good job so far, throwing a lot of bodies at Maxey. Nate, I don't know, man, but the wide open threes have to stop. Celtics led the NBA this season in opponent points per game, just 107, best in the NBA. Only giving up 14 so far here tonight. The Sixers have the same amount of turnovers as they have field goals made for a team that does not really turn the ball over much. All right, Barlow at the line. He'll knock down the first free throw. And Barlow knocks down the second as well. Peyton Pritchard will bring it up. Guarded by Grimes. He'll get it to Tatum. Oubre on Tatum. I need to see Oubre start playing better defense. Move your damn feet, Kelly. Oh, nearly gets the steal. Dives for it. It'll be out of bounds. That's what I'm talking about, Kelly. Come on, man. That's what I want to see out of you, dude. Not this sleepwalking, letting guys get right by you. So Celtics will maintain possession after it was knocked out by Oubre. 10 to shoot. White gets it in to Pritchard. Guarded by Grimes. Pritchard will go ISO. Little step back jumper for Pritchard. No good. Rebound fought for. Knocked out of bounds. And they're going to say last touch by Barlow. So a fresh 14 here for the Celtics. Man, Vucevic fighting on that offensive glass. Now Walsh in the corner. Drives it on Maxey. Nowhere to go. Resets to Tatum up top. Down low to Vooch. Vooch working on Barlow. Barlow doing his best to keep him close. Out to Tatum. Pump fake. Gets by Oubre. And that time Kelly just fell for the up fake by Tatum. He drove it in. Took the free throw line jumper for 2. Tatum with 8 points and 5 rebounds already in this opening quarter. Under 2 minutes to go. Maxey gets inside. Finds Kelly in the corner. Kelly, little jab step, and a big slam with the left hand. Kelly Oubre throwing it down. Sixers back within 8. Keeping it within striking distance here early. Haven't let things get too out of hand yet. Now Tatum. Drive it in, throws it away. Was knocked out by the Sixers, though, so it'll stay with the Celtics. Great teams know how to end quarters on a high note. We'll see if the Sixers can end strong this last minute 30. Justin Edwards has checked into the game. He's guarding Pritchard. Now he switches on to Vucevic as Barlow switches on to Pritchard. Step back 3 for Pritchard, knocks it down. Just tough matchup there for Barlow as Peyton Pritchard connects from deep. Sixers back down 11. Boston's already 4-7 from outside. Maxey off the screen. He gets a good look from deep. Can't get that one to fall. It's a good look from Maxey, that pull-up three-pointer he likes so much, but nothing doing there. Now Tatum splits the double right to the basket. Two-hand slam. 31-18 Boston advantage. Grimes picks up his dribble. Resets to Maxey up top. Oubre will come set the screen. Maxey attacks Tatum. Floater no good. Barlow offensive rebound. Couldn't get the tip. Derrick White picks up the loose ball. 30 seconds to play. White pull up 3. No good. Hustles for his own offensive rebound. Tried to save it. Lucky that he couldn't save it there. Would have been another offensive rebound for Boston. Instead, Sixers will get it back. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. 27 seconds in the game clock. 24, of course, to shoot. What did I say? Good teams know how to end quarters on a high note. And the Sixers have not ended this first quarter strong at all. We'll see if they can get a bucket here before we move on to quarter number 2. Maxey will eat some clock up top before he gets a screen from Oubre. He's got Tatum on him. He wants the ISO on Tatum. Maxey now drives in. I'll see a double out to Oubre. Right wing triple, way short. Rebounded by Tatum. Gets it ahead to Walsh, who gets the layup to go. Sixers did not get back. White gets a steal at the end of the quarter. Shot no good. And Sixers down 33-18 as we head to quarter number 2. So what happened there in that first quarter to see this 15-point advantage here? Well, Sixers have 6 turnovers in the opening quarter for a team that only turns it over about 12 times a game. That's clearly not ideal. Boston's already made 4 threes. The Sixers 1. Philadelphia just 1 of 9 on threes. Look at some more of these stats pulled up here. Certainly not the start you want to see. Certainly not the start you want to see. We're into the second quarter. Type those twos down below. But what did I say? The things you can't do. Give up open threes. If you've given up too many wide open threes and you can't get down early, they've done exactly that. Now, they haven't gotten killed on the offensive glass up to this point. Just one offensive rebound for Boston. But they are being out-rebounded 17-11. Now, that's going to happen when you're missing a lot of shots. Naturally, the other team will have more rebounding opportunities. Tough start, man. Latoon, get to the middle, attack with no shot blocker. Yeah, Neemias Queta hasn't played since very early in this game with foul trouble, and the Sixers have just not really been able to get downhill and attack the basket. Man. Jeter, Joel Embiid is not playing. Joel Embiid won't play for a little bit. He won't play for at least the first few games of the series. I'd be surprised if he plays at all in this series, even if it goes to 7. That is crazy, though. Nate, as long as I've been watching this team, it's like they lose all confidence in playing the Celtics. Yeah, I never really have understood it. Even when the Sixers have been at their best, they just can never get over this hurdle. Allison Celtics. That better not be who I think it is. All right, we're back here. Second quarter action. Celtics start with it. Hauser over to Pritchard. Pritchard takes a deep three. No good. Offensive rebound, though, goes to Garza. He'll be fouled in the putback attempt. There's the offensive rebounds I was talking about. Luka Garza coming in immediately making an impact. Garza knocks down the first. All right, we'll see if the Sixers can make a run to start this second quarter. No Maxey on the floor. It's VJ, Grimes, Edwards, George, and Drummond. For Boston, Shireman's coming for the first time with Pritchard, Garza, Jaylen Brown, and Sam Hauser. Here's George, gets downhill. He's fouled by Garza. He'll go to the line here. Yeah, QG. Yeah, they just interviewed Maxey after that first quarter about what's going wrong. And he pointed out, like, we're good at too many open threes and we're not making our open threes. Sixers have had some open looks from downtown. Philadelphia just not been able to knock down their open threes early. George knocks down the first. Garza's been one of the best offensive rebounders per minute in the NBA. He doesn't play a ton of minutes, but when he's in there, he's effective. George knocks down both. 15-point game. Philly boy, you know ball, man. I don't think it is, but it's just funny. I can't have her in here talking smack to me. You're a ball knower, though. She's a good friend, but I'm not here for the Celtics trash talk right now. Shots no good by Jaylen Brown. Rebound goes to the Sixers. Now George off the screen. He'll pull from deep. He's fouled on the three. And that's on Jaylen Brown there. George came off the screen. Brown tried to contest from behind. Got a piece of George's arm. And PG back to the line again. This time to shoot 3 free throws. You'll take that all day, getting fouled in the three-point shot. This is the lineup here where George is going to be that go-to guy with Maxey not in the game. And they just showed the weirdest camera angle on the broadcast as George misses the free throw. It was like a mirrored camera, so it looked like George was shooting the free throw left-handed. I don't think that's how that was supposed to look. George's second free throw is good. 231 people watching, 62 likes. Again, as you come in here, if you're enjoying the free coverage, hit that thumbs up icon. Like the stream. George looking to go 2 for 3, and he does. Sixers back within 13 now, 35-22. It's got to start in the defensive end if you're the Sixers. Brown working off the screen. Gets inside, picks up his dribble, resets to Pritchard, gets it back to Brown. Sixers doing a good job here rotating. Now Shireman drives in, little left-handed floater. Good shot by Baylor Shireman there. On the baseline, got by Paul George. Shireman can score. George again on the pick and roll. His shot's blocked by Shireman. Shireman came from the weak side. George didn't see him at all. Able to block that shot. Sixers with 14 to shoot. Edgecombe finds Grimes in the corner, and Grimes stepped out of bounds. Another turnover for the Sixers. 7th turnover of the game. Again, Sixers do not turn the ball over much, usually. Sixers look to be in a zone here. Garza is going to take a top-of-the-key 3 and knock it down. Wide open look for Garza as Drummond kind of just let him shoot. Now here's Edwards trying to respond. His 3's good. Justin Edwards getting it going here. Good quick answer there for the Sixers. Now Pritchard to Garza. Drummond does a better job getting out there this time. Over to Jaylen Brown. Drummond will switch on the screen. Now Jaylen Brown working ISO on Drummond. Mid-range jumper is bricked. Good rebound there by VJ to tip it out to Paul George. George behind the back on Hauser. Nearly lost it. Had some space there if he was able to get that going. Now George, couple crossovers. Gets in the paint. Out to Drummond. Right corner 3. No good. Rebound goes to Boston. Wide open look for Drummond. Wide open for a reason. He can hit him, but not what you want to rely on. Now Pritchard guarded by Grimes. Over to Jaylen Brown. PG on him. Brown nearly loses it. He'll get a screen from Garza. Gets right by George and dunks it home. I mean, again, it just looks like poor effort. Defensively that time by George. Nothing fancy there by Brown. Just went right by him. Now Edwards gets by Hauser in the paint. His floater's way short. Gets his own rebound. Puts it right back up and in. And they're going to call a foul as well. Wow, I didn't see that foul. Some good minutes here from Justin Edwards. Hit a 3 earlier. Now a 3-point opportunity. Foul going to be on Peyton Pritchard. Let's see. He put up the initial shot. That's actually on Garza. Yeah, got that arm in there on the putback attempt. So some good minutes here from Edwards. Tyrese Maxey going to come back in the game. What's wrong with PG's handle? Dude, I think he's just trying to do too much, man. I think he doesn't have quite the same handle he once does, and he thinks he does, and just trying to do a little bit too much. Not to say he can't pull some of those moves off, but again, just keep it a little simpler, man. Edwards, free throw, no good. So Sixers leave another at the line, down 42-27, 8:30 to play in quarter number 2. Pritchard thought about a deep three, resets to Hauser, gives it back to Pritchard. Now a hezzy by Peyton Pritchard inside, hands it off to Queta. And Queta's right-handed hook shot is up and in. Boston's just getting whatever they want right now. Little defensive resistance from the Sixers. George inside to Drummond. His left-hand layup's good. Good pass there from PG. Brown gets right by George again. His right-hand layup is good. Just can't stay in front of guys, man. It was Oubre early. Now it's Paul George having trouble defensively, which is not a good sign. Now George on the offensive end. Cross court to Maxey. Working on Pritchard. Gives it up to VJ. Drives in on White. Mid-range jumper is too strong. Rebound goes to Queta. This is not looking good. Not looking good. Brown to Queta. Some off-ball action here. Queta gets it to Pritchard. Back down low to Queta. Shot blocked by Drummond. And it's going to be goaltending. Never mind. The Sixers are just a step too slow on their defensive rotations. The movement from Boston has been pretty impressive, and not good enough defensive intensity and effort by the Sixers. (48-29) Boston advantage here in game 1. And Andre Drummond gets a technical foul, dude. What are you doing, dude? I know he's frustrated. I know it's been a tough start for the Sixers, but you're not helping at all. I don't know what he did. Pritchard knocks down the technical free throw. Get Drummond out of the game. Yeah, Drummond will go sit down. Bona will come in. Can you get it to 10 by halftime? I mean, still 7 minutes left to go. It's really your only chance. Q Genius, legendary trash referee. Yeah, Scott Foster does have a reputation of not being a very good official, but nobody in the Sixers was arguing that tech from Drummond. He must have said something out of pocket. Here's Maxey over to VJ. Little Euro step layup up and good. VJ gets on the board for the first time in his playoff career. Tatum inside. Maxey's on him. Tatum's going to post him up. And Maxey's going to foul him on the floor. I don't know why Maxey's guarding Tatum in the post. And we'll have a timeout on the floor here with Philadelphia down 49-21. This is what I was scared of, man. This is what I was scared of. All right, we'll go to commercial break here. Good opportunity to tell you guys once again about our sponsor here on today's show. And you might be frustrated at the game, but at least you can try to win with Prize Picks. Today's show brought to you by our friends at Prize Picks, America's #1 sports picks app. Playoff basketball is here, and there's no better way to cash in on the action than with Prize Picks. Super simple to use. All you got to do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 players. Stat projections, you can choose flex play or power play, and you are on your way to winning some money. If you want some inspiration for your picks during this Sixers-Celtics series, you can actually follow me on the Prize Picks app right now with their new social feeds feature. You can also follow your friends and copy lineups with a single click. My username on there is @JChip, and you can see all the lineups that I'm rocking with before I even reveal them on the show. We have a great offer for new users as well. Download the PrizePicks app today. Use code HMA when you play your first $5 lineup to get $50 in lineups. That's code HMA when you play your first $5 lineup to get an extra $50 in lineups with PrizePicks. That link in the description, in the live chat as well. You can click on it, and it'll take you to download the app. And we can take a look here at how my PrizePicks lineup is looking. Not too bad right now, I would say. All things considered, $20 3-pick power play to win 120. Maxey more than 26.5 points. He's got 9, so need a little bit more here. If we can get to like 15 by half, I'd be feeling good. Paul George more than 27.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Again, need a little more out of that. Jaylen Brown 8. I have less than 26.5 points for Brown. He's at 8, so obviously want to keep that number low. Robbie and Nate both kind of talking down on Nick Nurse. I don't blame you. I do not blame you. Man, I can't stand the Celtics. $228 people watching, 46 likes. If you're with me, if you hate the Celtics, like the video. I can't stand Boston. As soon as we get to 100 likes, we're 55 likes away. I will do another free beer bong for you guys because I need to start drinking the way this game is going. But I can't do it for free on the show. My bosses would not like that. But if I can set us a milestone and we get there, I would love to take some drinks down because I can't keep watching this game like this, man. You hate the Celtics, hit that thumbs up icon, like the stream, baby. Up to 48 likes. I do appreciate you guys. And maybe if we get the vibes going here, we'll get the vibes going back on the floor as we are out of commercial break. Celtics with possession. Up 49-31. Here's Brown. Drives on Maxey's. Fouled on the jumper. He'll go to the line. They're clearly hunting that Maxey matchup against the taller Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum. Just can't give it up so easily. That is number 2 on Tyrese Maxey. 1 like away from 50. Who's going to get us there? Who's going to get us there? Brown's first free throw is good. Appreciate that. Getting us to 50. My guy Reed in the chat. Let's go Sixers. Running our Bucks channel. We need some good vibes right now. Brown's second free throw is good, and it's officially a 20-point lead for the Celtics with 6:40 to play in quarter number 2. There we go. Sixers looking to get something going here offensively. Just 31 points here today. VJ will take a 3. That's no good. Bona, offensive rebound. Goes back up over Queta. No good. Bona, another offensive rebound. Misses another bunny. Could not get it. 2 extra chances there for Adem Bona. Could not make him count. Maxey guarding Brown once again. Getting physical with him. Brown spins. Brown inside. Floater no good. Offensive rebound attempt. Tip in no good for Brown as well. Edwards comes away with it. Edwards resets to Maxey. Maxey back to Edwards. Another 3 for Edwards. Off. Rebound Brown. 2 for 13 of the Sixers from 3. Now Tatum, his 3. Good. Right in the face of Adem Bona. Not much you can do there. It's a 23-point Celtics lead. Kelly Oubre trying to work one-on-one on Tatum. Gets in the paint. Left-hand layup, no good. Tip in by Edwards, no good. He gets it back again. Better job here for the Sixers getting second and third opportunities, but they haven't been able to convert. Now Maxey off the screen. Finds Edwards, left corner triple, no good again. Sixers cannot buy a basket from three-point land. They've had a lot of good looks. They're just not falling. Now Jaylen Brown working on Edgecombe. Knocked out of bounds by VJ. Good hands there. They'll stay with the Celtics. Joseph, what's good? What's going on? Insane start. Will the Sixers get to 80 points before the end of the game? They'll get to 80, but they might not get to 100 the way this is going. Off the inbound, Pritchard, right corner three, wide open, no good. And a foul underneath the basket. I think that's going to be on Bona. If it is, that's his third. No, it's going to be on Oubre. Just an awful foul. I would get Jabari Walker in this game. Give you some energy, give you some defensive rebounding. Something, man. Tatum, guarded closely by George. Rip through. A little sidestep three. Tough shot, no good. Maxey skies for the rebound. Up head to Oubre. Oubre attacks. Stonewalled by Queta. Resets to Tyrese Maxey. Back to Kelly. Drives inside. Right-hand layup is good. And he'll get a foul called as well. So, three-point chance here for Kelly Oubre. 4:39 left to go. Sixers still down 54-33. With Oubre at the line looking to convert the three-point opportunity. I appreciate all the real ones still hanging out, man. Can the Sixers spark a comeback here? If you want to see a comeback, man, we got to get it going on the stream. Kelly misses the free throw. Fantastic. Everything going wrong for the Sixers. They can't make a shot. They can't make a free throw. They can't defend. 9-13 from the line. Now Derrick White gets in the paint. His layup is good. The Sixers have done an awful job defending pick and roll. They're not switching. They're playing drop, but the drop coverage has been just awful. Here's VJ inside trying to force the issue. And there'll be a foul called on the rebound attempt as Bona fighting for the offensive rebound. Peyton Pritchard called for the foul there, shoving Bona underneath the basket. Bona will go to the line. Andre Drummond and Adem Bona were awesome for the Sixers on Wednesday against the Magic. They have been horrendous tonight. Bona's at least giving you a little bit of energy over the last few minutes, fighting for offensive rebounds, but he misses the first free throw. Second free throw for Bona. Rattles at home. Splits them. 22-point deficit for Philadelphia. I'm not really sure how you overcome this against a team like Boston. White, a couple of screens. Finds Vucevic. His three. In and out. Sixers get lucky on that one. Now Maxey. One-on-one with Tatum. Wants the ISO. Little step back three. Good look for Maxey. Can't go. Rebound to VJ. Gives it to Maxey. Shots blocked by Vucevic. Knocked out of bounds. Celtics ball. So, I will say Philadelphia's done a great job of hitting the offensive glass in this second quarter and getting second chance looks, but they haven't been able to convert any of them. They might set a record for fewest second chance points with as many offensive rebounds as they have. Vucevic up top over to Jaylen Brown, guarded by Oubre. Good defense this time from Oubre. But Bona jumped for no reason. Vucevic had an open look. Knocked away, though, by VJ. Now Maxey attacking the basket in transition. finishes right through Derrick White. Three minutes left to go in the second quarter. Sixers down 56-36. You got to find a way to get this to 12 maybe if you can. Now Tatum trying to work on George, and George fouls him on the perimeter. There's just no reason for that. I mean, George is guarding him with two hands, shoving it. I just don't understand. And with the Celtics in the bonus, that'll be free throws for Tatum. We'll take a timeout here. Commercial break. Sixers down 20, 2:47 left to play. Sound off in the chat, man. Sound off in the chat. We'll take a look at some numbers so far in this one. I mean, this is just an abysmal shooting night by the Sixers. They are shooting what? 12 of 41 from the field. That is 29%. They are 2 of 15 from 3. That is 13%. They are 10 of 15 from the line. That's 66%. They have 5 assists to 7 turnovers. They do have 9 offensive rebounds, but they haven't converted like any of them. In fact, second chance points for the Sixers in this one. They only have 5. You have 9 offensive rebounds. It's only led to 5 second chance points. You know why? Because you're 12 of 41 from the field. Meanwhile, Boston is shooting 22 of 42 from the field. That's over 50%. They are 6 of 15 from 3. That's 40%. They have 14 assists to only 4 turnovers. There's really no area where the Sixers are winning in this game. They have more free throw attempts. Cool. They have a 4-point advantage at the free throw line. They have 9 offensive rebounds, the Celtics 3. But the Celtics pretty much leading in every other regard. Eugene has too many ticky-tack fouls as the playoffs. Yeah, some of these calls are a little soft, but that's far and away the reason that the Sixers are losing this game. Maxey with 11 points here, but struggling from the field. VJ's done nothing. He's 1 of 6, 0 of 3 from 3. George just 2 of 5, 9 points, 2 turnovers. Kelly, 2 of 6, 0 of 3 from 3. Like, there's nowhere you can point to and say, oh, he's giving you some good production. So nowhere. Nowhere. I mean, on the other side, it's like Jaylen Brown, 10 points, but just 4-12. Derrick White hasn't done much. Pritchard has a 3. 6 points for him. Hauser knocked down those 2 threes early. Tatum's been great. 13 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. He tore his Achilles less than a year ago. Just crazy. Queta has 7. Garza with 5. He knocked down a 3. Man. Oh, Josh Harris sitting courtside. Sell the team! Sell the team, Josh! Nobody wants you involved in this organization anymore. All right, come out of timeout. Tatum at the line to shoot a couple free throws. First free throw is good for Tatum. Knocks down the second, 22-point lead. Here is VJ. Missed his initial shot, got the offensive rebound, put it back, and was fouled. Impressive play there from VJ Edgecombe. Not giving up after the initial missed floater. Going after the offensive rebound, putting it back up and in, and drawing some contact. So now a three-point chance for VJ. We'll see if VJ can get it going here. End of the first half, heading into the second. He's been pretty quiet all day. He's had some big games against Boston. Not yet here tonight, although he does knock down and convert on the three-point opportunity. Now he's guarding Tatum on the other end off the Vucevic screen. Better job guarding it there for the Sixers, but Paul George overhelps, leaves Derrick White wide open. And a fight for the rebound taken by George. Nearly loses it out of bounds. His handle has just been so lackadaisical today. Now Maxey, his floater around and out. Ball tipped out of bounds by Kelly. Maxey thought he was fouled on the shot. No call. And they're actually going to change the call. Say it's Sixer ball. Oubre was adamant that he didn't touch it. So Sixers do maintain possession here. Down 19 points. Maxey, nowhere to go. Can't get it in. Throws it away. Stolen by Hauser. Up ahead to Tatum. Wide open slam. Just unbelievable. That is horrific. I really don't even put that on Maxey. Nobody moved off the inbound play. VJ thought about the three. Instead, I'll give it up to Tyrese. Maxey will get inside, try and draw another foul. He does. He throws his hands up in prayer, like finally, as he hit the floater and got the shot to go, excuse me. So another three-point chance here for the Sixers. Really the only reason this isn't a 30-point game is Philadelphia has been drawing a lot of fouls and converting a lot of these chances. Little left-hand floater there for Maxey. We'll see if he can knock down the free throw. He does. Sixers back with an 18. Under 2 minutes to play in quarter number 2. Jaylen Brown guarded by Oubre. And that'll be an offensive foul. Jaylen Brown came around with the ball, elbowed Kelly right in the face. I want a review, huh? Why not? Little elbow to the face? That should be a flagrant. Let's see. I mean, a clear foul. I don't think it's a flagrant. Good acting by Oubre. I mean, he definitely hit him. The crowd is booing. It's a clear elbow to the face from Brown. We'll see if they review this. They're not going to look at it, but it's a clear offensive foul. Jaylen Brown will take a seat as he picks up his third personal. 3 for Vucevic, Queta, and now Jaylen Brown. Getting these guys into foul trouble will go a long way in the second half. Here's George with it. Off the bonus screen, gets inside, resets to VJ. Good look from 3. Bounced around the rim like 5 times, but just would not drop. Tatum. Now the other way. He's fouled by Bona. That'll be number 4. That'll be number 3 on Bona. Another trip to the line for Jayson Tatum. Just poor defense on the perimeter by Bona. Tough ask for him to, play up on those pick and rolls. They've made the switch from the drop coverage to try to trap some of these guys, but Tatum has just split it every time. And Bona can't move his feet well enough. Tatum has 17 points on 7 of 10 from the field. Looking to add to it here. It's the first. It's going to be a long conversation in this halftime locker room for the Sixers. Tatum, free throw number 2 is good. Back to a 20-point ball game. Minute left to go in this first half. It's only game one. That's a good point from Latoon. You know, you don't lose the whole series in one game, but it certainly has not been what you want to see. A little Euro step by VJ. Nice shot there. Edgecombe getting it going here late in quarter number 2. But not enough stops from Philadelphia here to really eat into this lead, which is 18 now. Tatum again off the screen. Good defense there by the Sixers. They'll reset the screen and roll again. Now Tatum will pull up from deep. Thought he was fouled, short on the 3. And it corrals out of bounds. Tatum thought he got hit there. But it'll be Sixer ball. Maxey quickly up top with it now, working on White. Little spin move, turns it over. Tried to reset the pass to VJ, turned it over. And now a good hard foul by VJ on the fast break will send Tatum to the line. No choice there from Edgecombe but to foul him. Just not a good play by Maxey. Left his feet, tried to turn and pass, and threw it right to Boston. Another turnover for the Sixers. First free throw is good for Tatum. 9 first-half turnovers for the Sixers. They're almost at their season average of about 12. Again, 7th best team in the NBA this year in terms of not turning the ball over. Not a good job today by the Sixers. They haven't done a very good job of anything. Tatum's second free throw is good again. 30 seconds left. Still a 20-point lead for Boston. Maxey and Drummond. They'll run the screen and roll. Maxey over to VJ. Drives on Pritchard. Fadeaway jumper is good for VJ at the elbow. Another bucket there for Edgecombe. 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Tatum working on VJ. He'll get double to find Garza wide open for 3. No good. And that'll take us to halftime. Sixers down 64-46 as we take this halftime break. It has been a rough first 24 minutes of action for Philadelphia. Can they make any adjustments in this second half? I mean, the biggest adjustment they got to make is start knocking down open shots. The Sixers have gotten some open looks and some good looks from downtown, but they've been unable to make any threes. And then defensively, I think they've done a better job on the pick and roll late in that second quarter, so it's good to see some adjustments are working a little bit. But nothing's going to change if they don't start knocking down some threes. I mean, the Sixers were able to score the Celtics 13-8 over the last 4 minutes of the second quarter. So, I mean, at least you have a little bit going on there. And if you can continue that, it'll be a slow grind because you're down 20 still, or 18, I guess. QG's got to weather the storm. I think, you know, it certainly could have really gone off the rails in those last 4 minutes. So credit to Philadelphia for at least, you know, fighting back a little bit, but there's still so much left to go here. I mean, it really started early. It was 8-7 with 8:39 left to go in the first quarter. Boston went on a 13-2 run to go up 22-9, and they really haven't looked back from there. I mean, so far in the game, like, again, we'll take a look at some stats. None of them really look pretty for anybody. Just bad, man. Grade that Sixers first half. It's got to be an F. Get out of here. Latoon giving the Sixers an F. The lackadaisical effort on defense just eats at me. The body language at the end of the half also. You know, I thought they were a little bit better to end the first half. I'm not going to lie, but I will agree the defense really all day has been pretty lackadaisical. Guys getting right to the basket. Early it was Kelly Oubre, then it was Paul George. Two of your guys that are supposed to be better perimeter defenders. Letting guys go right by him, right to the basket. Q genius, D+ simply because it's not a 30 to 40 point lead. It certainly could have gotten a lot worse. But I'm not going to give too much credit there. I don't know why Dominic Barlow's only played 4 minutes. I think that's a mistake. All right, let's take a look at some numbers here. Some team stats at the half. Sixers still just 16 of 48 from the field. That is 33%. They are 2 of 16 from 3, 12%. I mean, it's pretty simple. Like, Boston's not really, after that opening quarter, making a whole lot of 6 threes for Boston in a half is not particularly impressive for them, right? I mean, they are a team that shoots a lot and makes a lot of threes. Just 6 for 18. I mean, that's just 33%. They've been getting to the rim, which I had said on Friday that if you don't allow a lot of open threes and force them to get to the rim, you know, they won't. That would be ideal for the Sixers in the series. They've been getting to the rim a ton, and they've been converting at the rim. The Sixers' interior presence has not been good. And look, I understand. I said this as well. Like, yeah, you know, you're not really scared if you're the Celtics of Adem Bona or Andre Drummond or when Barlow is in there at center. I get that. But I said that your perimeter defense has to be better, right? You cannot let guys, because it hasn't been a lot of like backdoor cuts getting to the basket or off-ball screens, guys getting open. It's been pick and roll or just simple ISO, and guys have just gotten right by Sixers defenders right to the basket. So you just have to be better there, man. And then, as Q Genius points out, I mean, too many turnovers. 9 turnovers and a half is just not like the Sixers, and it's led to, let's see how many fast break points that has led to. Led to 9 fast break points for Boston. So it just can't happen. Especially when you have 10 offensive rebounds to only 3 for the Celtics. Like, that was another key for me, was winning the rebounding battle, not letting the Celtics hit the offensive glass. Like, you're doing a good job there. You're doing a decent job, at least in that latter half of the second quarter, not giving up a lot of threes, but it's just elementary stuff, man. It's just simple pick and roll defense, on-ball defense, letting guys get inside. Especially Tatum, man. He's done whatever he's wanted all game. Because the Sixers were in drop coverage early on these pick and rolls. Now they started coming up, but when they come up, now Tatum is just able to go inside the center that's helping and get right to the basket, man. Get out of here, man. It's embarrassing, dude. I mean, it's embarrassing.
Very embarrassing. Very embarrassing for Philadelphia and
Boo this man!
Their people, and Joel Embiid, who's not going to play the whole series. Tyrese Maxey was shooting tour dates like Jaylen Brown.
Yeah. Oh, hey, good call there on the Jaylen Brown less.
OD. No, I had
Oh, uh-oh. Well, I had the less on
more.
mine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm actually less than 6 assists.
Yeah, he's got what?
No.
Oh, he's got 5. Yeah, that's the craziest part to me is that the Sixers have not given up a lot of offensive rebounds. The Celtics only have 6 threes.
You're beating us over 10 to 3.
Yeah, and we have like 5 second chance points. They're not doing anything with them.
Yeah, 8 second chance points.
So,
We have 6, and we only have 3 offensive.
if you told me the Celtics, if you told me the Sixers were winning the rebounding battle and the offensive rebounding battle, Boston only had 6 threes, 6 of 18 from 3, I would have been like, oh, Sixers probably in a pretty good spot. No, they're shooting like 20% from the field, 2 of 16 from 3. They have 9 turnovers. It's embarrassing. They can't guard the pick and roll. They can't guard anything on the perimeter. The guys are walking to the basket.
Yeah. Oh, we're just dribbling right past.
Every time, just dribbling right past it.
65% on 2s.
How do you adjust that? I don't know. Just play better defense.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
Guard up.
Those are our best guys. Kelly Oubre, Paul George. Just right by them every time. Oh. That's the most difficult part of this. There's really no adjustment game plan wise to make if you're Philadelphia other than make some shots and play some better defense, because I think the two things that you were focused on coming in, again, the offensive rebounding, the three-point shooting, you've done decently at this point. I mean, you're killing the offensive glass. Boston only has 3 offensive rebounds, and they're shooting 33% from 3. Losing so bad, Celtics now pulled up to clown us. Yeah, it's embarrassing, man. It's embarrassing. 163 people watching. If you want to see a Sixers comeback, hit that thumbs up icon. I know the vibes are down right now, but man, what can we do but just keep hoping that they come back? So if you want the Sixers to win, hit that thumbs up icon. Like the stream. Let's get a good start to this third quarter. I said when we got to 100 likes, we're 37 away. I would take down another beer bong for you guys. So we're 37 likes away from that. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up icon. Like the stream. If you're a real one, where my real ones at, baby? We can at least have a good time here on the stream if the Sixers aren't going to give us a good time. Man, and I'm going to tweet this out again, but again, if you told me the Sixers were winning the rebounding battle, down 18. Greg, what's going on? Drink time. Yeah, it is drink time, man. Just finish this first one again. We get to 100 likes, I'll take down some more drinks. We also have a super chat menu as well. If anyone wants to go the extra mile to support the show, just you being here, hanging out, commenting, watching, hitting the like button, all free ways to support the show. I really appreciate it. If you want to go the extra mile, if you send in a super chat, we do like to reciprocate the love. So all super chats, I show up on the screen here. Every $5 that comes in is a beer cheers. Every 20 that comes in is a beer bong. So want to get a little wild here on the show. That's how we get down. Robbie, we need to score inside the perimeter. I mean, look, the shots aren't falling from the outside, or there's really not much you can do except for get down low. Up to 69 likes. Nice. Keeping that thumbs up icon. 31 likes away from our goal. Let's go through some player stats as well from that first half. Ran through the team stats. Maxey, 14 points, but has not been an efficient night for him. Does have 5 assists. Played a little better towards the end of that first half, but, I mean, he's got to make some threes for the Sixers to come back in this one. We got a Knicks fan still in here, Hector. VJ Edgecombe had a rough start to the game, but again, also a better end to the second quarter for him. He's up to 9 points on 4 of 11, but he has yet to knock down a 3. Paul George, only 5 shot attempts in this one. He hasn't been getting to the line, so shout out to him for that. But again, Paul George has to play better. He's going to knock down some threes. Quentin Grimes has done nothing. Kelly Oubre only 4 points. He's over 3 from 3. And again, not a whole lot else to speak of for the Sixers. Meanwhile, Jayson Tatum is just giving the Sixers the belt right now. 21, 8, and 4, 7 of 11 from the field. So he is 6 of 7 from inside the arc. Just 1 of 4 from 3 for him, but he's gotten whatever he wants inside. Jaylen Brown, not a very good game for him. He's just 4 of 12. But Boston hasn't needed it, man. It's really been all Tatum. And then kind of just even contributions from everybody else across the board. Only 1 rebound for Queta is surprising. Latoon says, I agree with Robbie here, who mentioned scoring inside. We got the center in early foul trouble, couldn't take advantage on second chance points. Yeah, man. Queta had 2 fouls early, had to come out. They went with Vucevic for a while, who's not a real interior presence defensively. And while the Sixers were getting a lot of offensive rebounds, they couldn't really convert in a whole lot of second chance points. Kid Elia, Save Us campaign. The Sixers released campaign a couple of weeks ago. He's not on the team anymore, so he will not be saving the Sixers. Sixers released him to sign Dalen Terry, who is not going to play in the series unless it's a blowout late in the fourth quarter. All right, how does this third quarter look for Philadelphia? It's really now or never, down 18. You got to start off strong. We need Jabari Walker. I agree. Nick Nurse called him their best defensive rebounder, and yeah, sure, the rebounding hasn't been a big issue, but just somebody else to get some energy. Now, the problem is Walker's not a very good perimeter defender, I would say. What you really need is Kelly Oubre and Paul George start playing better perimeter defense. Maybe you try VJ more on Tatum, even though Tatum has a big size advantage. And knock down some damn threes. Make some shots. All right, we're still sitting here at halftime. Red Panda halftime show. NBA legend. A lot of halftime shows for her. Yeah, look, when you're the Sixers and you're shooting 33% from the field, you're 2 of 16 from 3, and Boston has 13 points off turnovers, it's not a good sign. Alrighty. Will the Sixers come back in this second half? Let me know what you think. Type those PHIs if you think the Sixers can make a comeback here. I'll tell you what, they need some of our energy, some of our good vibes if they want it. Let's go. Second half about to get underway. Celtics will start with possession here. Andre Drummond will start the second half at center, not Adem Bona, who started the game. Here's Derrick White, gets downhill. Right hand layup, no good. Rebound goes to Drummond. Up ahead to Maxey. He'll get a screen from Drummond. Maxey will come off the screen. Good look from the free throw line. Couldn't get it to go. It's a wide open shot for Maxey. Unable to knock it down. Now Oubre knocks it away from Brown. Brown gets it back over to Derrick White. Screen from Queta. Dumps it down to Queta.
And just another poor effort on the pick and roll there by the Sixers. Queta throws it down with 2 hands. All right, Sixers back on offense. Maxey off the Drummond screen. Thought he could have pulled that from 3. Instead he resets, gives it to Kelly Oubre, gets Tatum in the air, now drives in. His left-hand layup's good, right over Sam Hauser. Good shot fake there from Kelly to get Tatum up in the air. Now White drives inside, will be fouled by Maxey, and the shot's good. Got Maxey on his back, put up a little floater. Maxey fouled him. Derrick White hit the shot. It's going to be a long game, isn't it? Going to be a long second half. Number 3 on Maxey. Derrick White, 3-point opportunity now. White misses the free throw. Sixers want to push it. Boston gets back off the miss. VJ operating on the left wing. Gets it down to Paul George. Working one-on-one on Sam Hauser. Nearly falls. Stays on his feet. Gets inside. He's fouled. And Paul George now. And 1 for PG. 4th foul on Queta. So he'll have to come out of the game here. Good job by George. Getting right by Hauser. Getting inside. Shot fake. Got Queta up in the air. And now George. I feel like every time the Sixers score, they either miss or they get an and 1. George up to 11 here tonight. His 7th free throw attempt coming here to convert the 3-point play. And he makes it count. 17 now is the lead for Boston. As Queta has to come out. Vucevic comes in. Again, 4th foul on Queta. Tatum attacks inside. His shot's blocked by Drummond. Drummond says he never touched it. I thought he did. I thought he blocked it. Officials are going to confer. Refs are still talking this over. Looking at the replay here. Yeah, Drummond never touched it, actually. Tatum just lost it. Boston's going to challenge. So this ball was clearly off Tatum. Boston's, though, going to challenge and say that there was a foul. So this will either be Sixer ball or a foul against Drummond. We'll head to break here and we'll see what happens. Again, shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring today's show. America's #1 sports picks apps. Sports Picks app. All you do, pick more or less on a few player stat projections. You can win big time. You can also see my picks on the new social feeds feature. @JChip is my username. This is an update here on the lineup I'm rocking with. $20 to win $120 on Prize Picks. 3-pick power play. Maxey more than 26.5 points, up to 14. George more than 27.5 points, rebounds, and assists, up to 16. Jaylen Brown less than 26.5 points. He's only at 10, so I'd say looking pretty good so far. I'd say the game works. If you tailed me, I'd say we're looking pretty good. New users get $5 and get $50 in lineups, after you play your first $5 lineup when you use code HMA at the link in the chat right now. Again, code HMA, get $50 on lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That link's in the chat. So, commercial break here as Boston's challenging, saying that there was a foul on this play on Drummond. We'll see what the rest end up calling. Shout out to our recent subscribers. We're up to 25,526 strong. Of course, we'll be live for all the games this series, and even, once the offseason does come around, whether it's after this series or if the Sixers continue, the best Sixers coverage you'll find right here on YouTube, 100% free all year long. Much more than watch parties. videos all throughout the week, news, rumors, analysis, a whole lot more for the people. 100% free. Just hit that sub button. Shout out to our recent subscribers, Sports Flicks, Maito, Kevin Jones, Russ, Kirk Orion, and unfortunately, I'm not sure how to say this one, but shout out to all y'all as well for hitting that subscribe button. So I'd be shocked if they call a foul here. I guess it's certainly possible. All right, let's see. Come out of break here. Hey, Naheem Hines says it, man. We have a saying here. Sub for Sixers dubs. If you are not subscribed and you want the Sixers to win this game, sub for dubs. Can we get a comeback here, man? Can we get a comeback here? Latoon, can we get their lead down to 10 by the end of the third quarter? That's what you got to do. It's down to 17 right now. Wow, and so on second look, it does kind of look like Drummond might have fouled him, but the refs are going to say no proximate foul on Drummond. Ball clearly out of bounds on Tatum. Unsuccessful challenge for the Celtics. That'll be Sixer ball. So Boston loses their challenge now for the rest of the game. They will not have another challenge the rest of the way. Sixers down 17. We'll see if they can chip into this lead. Oubre gets inside. Had a good look at it with the left hand. Could not finish. Now Tatum working on Oubre. Gets a screen from Vooch. Now feeds it to Vucevic. Posting up on Drummond. Fadeaway jumper. Shot is off. Paul George rebound. He'll bring it up himself. Guarded by Jaylen Brown. George trying to shake free. Unable to create much space. Brown falls down. He finds Oubre in the corner. Another three, no good for the Sixers. And a fight for the offensive rebound between Drummond and Hauser. They're going to say Sixer ball. Drummond, though, took a hard fall as they were fighting for the rock. He is clearly shaken up, holding that right hip. Love the fight here from Drummond, trying to get this rebound. I'm not sure who touched it last. They call Sixer ball. Boston can't challenge. Hope Drummond's okay. Looks to be in some pain still. But he's up and at him. Him and Hauser saying it all good between the two of us. And Sixers will keep possession. Ball gets into Maxey. Mike Nintendo Master, good to see you. Maxey over to VJ. And Edgecombe traveled with it. Wow. Just took too many steps off the pass before he dribbled. Says my fault. Yeah, it is your fault, buddy. Just unforced error, unforced turnover there. And again, they cannot capitalize on second chance opportunities. Vucevic gets it to Jaylen Brown, left side. One-on-one with Tyrese Maxey. Puts a body into Maxey. Tough shot from Jaylen Brown, fading away. Thought he was fouled as well. There was certainly some contact there, but good defense from Maxey, better offense from Brown. Now Maxey will get a screen from Drummond. Over to George. George again, isolation on Brown. Little step back three. Good shake and bake for George. He knocks it down from outside. Feel like that's the first three I've seen the Sixers make in 30 minutes. What a move there by George. Now Vucevic sprays to the corner. Brown didn't want to shoot the three. Instead he finds White, who he'll take a three and he'll knock it down. Another wide open shot there for the Celtics. Sixers just cannot really eat into this 20-point lead for Boston. VJ inside, out to Drummond. Right back to VJ. He'll set him a screen. Edgecombe into the paint. Fadeaway jumper. Good. VJ there. Good for two. Got to get some stops. Tatum. Deep three. That's no good. You'll live with that if you're the Sixers. Quick threes that are no good for Boston. Now here's Oubre. Tough shot, no good. Gets his own rebound, though. Puts it back up and in. Sixers cut the lead back down to 15 here with 7.5 to go in quarter number 3. All right, we'll see if they can continue getting stops here. For the Sixers, has to start on the defensive end. Jaylen Brown up top. Maxey on him, 8 to shoot. Brown to Tatum. Good defense here. Tatum, tough shot in the corner. Way off. Shot clock violation. Good defense there for the Sixers. Come on, baby. Let's make a little run here. Where my Sixers fans at? Good couple of minutes here for Philadelphia, getting the lead down to 15. Like Naheem Irwin, get in the chat right now. Show me that you're here and you're rocking with the Sixers. Like Legos, OGT, let's go. Edgecombe inside, Oubre, open 3. Can't get it to go. Wide open look for Kelly, just short. That would have been a massive shot. Got to knock those down. Now Tatum. ISO on Kelly. Kelly knocks it out. Good defense there from Oubre. Celtics will have 11 to shoot. Up to 77 likes. We get to 100 likes. I'm taking down this happy dad in a beer bong. Inbound goes to Brown. Brown guarded by George. 5 to shoot. Again, late shot clock for the Celtics. Now Brown inside. Tough shot. Good defense from George. Rebound by Drummond. Bad pass from Drummond, though, trying to get ahead to Maxey. Stolen by the Celtics. Now Brown gets an open 3. That's good. That's a big turning point in this ball game, man. And Drummond trying to be aggressive and get it ahead to Maxey. Just poor pass. Now George working on Pritchard. He'll back him down. He'll shoot right over him. Shot's no good. Yeah, this is where the game changes, isn't it? Right here. Derrick White over to Vooch. Vooch, his 3. Good. Timeout Sixers. They had a chance there to regain some momentum. But a Kelly Oubre 3 followed by a Drummond, or a Kelly Oubre missed 3 followed by a Drummond turnover. And now back-to-back 3s for the Celtics, and all of a sudden things are unraveling once again. Yeah, they blew it. That was their chance. That was a Sixers chance right there. Margins are razor thin in the playoffs. When you have opportunities, you got to take advantage. And they couldn't do it right there. Timeout Sixers. This is really their last breath now. They got to get it down to 10 heading into the third quarter, but halfway through, it's not looking great. We'll take another updated look at my prize picks lineup. Is that looking any better than the Sixers' chances of winning this game? Well, Maxey really needs to get it going offensively. He's still sitting at just 14. George is looking pretty good. 20 points, rebounds, and assists. Need more than 27.5. Couple buckets there from Brown. He's up to 15. I need less than 26.5. Not looking too bad. Sign up with the prize picks. Code HMA. Get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5. Links in the chat. Up to the team stats look here. Again, I mean, the Sixers are just never going to win when they're 3-19 from 3. It's just that simple. And Philadelphia's been one of the worst three-point shooting teams in the league all year. I mean, if Maxey and Paul George aren't hitting threes, nobody else really is. Oubre's had a lot of open looks. They haven't got it going. Sports Energy, we're getting swept. I mean, look. I would love to disagree with you. I really would. I really would, but they're clearly outmatched and outnumbered. It is only game 1, though. And look, even if you lose this one, they always say a series does not start until a team wins on the road. And so you'll have to, if you lose this one, fight in game 2. Hopefully keep that one close. If you can seal it, great. But they'll have to win at home. Still, though, still plenty of time left in this ball game. It's not over. Y'all need Embiid. I mean, it's certainly a lot better when you have your best player on the floor. It's over. It's not over. It's not over quite yet. I'd say this final 6 minutes of the third quarter will really determine what happens the rest of this game. If Philadelphia can get it down to 10, we could be talking business, but if they don't start hitting some shots, then it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. All right, coming out of commercial break here. Man, 11 offensive rebounds for the Sixers has only led to 10 second chance points. That's only converting on about half of them. All right, let's see what the Sixers got. Do they have any life left in them here in game 1? George over to Oubre. Finds Maxey. Back to Kelly. Nearly traveled. Now to VJ. Guarded by Pritchard. VJ trying to work some ISO magic. His mid-range jumper is well short. One and done for the Sixers on that possession. Tatum will get a screen now from Vucevic. He'll get right by Drummond to the rim. Yeah, this game's over. Maxey over to Drummond. Right side, VJ. Reset to Maxey up top. 8 to shoot. Drummond will set a screen. Maxey, floater. Can't get that to go. Rebound to the Celtics. Sixers down 81-58. And Jaylen Brown cuts right behind Paul George. PG falling asleep on the backdoor cut. It's a dunk for Jaylen Brown. 10-0 Celtics run over the last 3 minutes to really put this one away. George working on Tatum. He'll take a long 2. He's fouled on the jump shot. So George to the line. All right, really at this point for the Sixers now, this one's probably over. You got to try to find some things that can help you now in game 2. And so, can you find some things defensively that you can carry over? Can you start making some shots and getting some momentum going into game 2? George, first free throw is good. Second free throw for George is good. Here's Vucevic. Over to White, over to Tatum. Pritchard left corner, guarded by Bona. Pritchard to the corner, opposite corner to Derrick White. His 3 no good. Grimes with the rebound, up ahead to VJ. And good pass there. VJ slams it down on the fast break. Haven't seen that at all from the Sixers. Getting out and running, which they love to do, but they haven't been able to do it all game. Pritchard. And it's going to be a foul on Grimes trying to get through the Vucevic screen. I mean, it has just been pick and roll, pick and roll, pick and roll, pick and roll all game for Boston. And for the most part, the Sixers have done a pretty poor job. Jaylen Brown backing down on Edgecombe. Brown gets right by him. Too big, too strong for VJ. Layup is good. You know, if you're going to lose this game, at least stop Brown so he doesn't get his prize picks line. Maxey inside. He's fouled, and one for Maxey. Another and one opportunity for the Sixers. Great move from Maxey there, just flying in. Coming off the off-ball screen. They've tried to run that play a couple times, and it hasn't worked up until now. Foul inside on Vucevic. Yeah, I took Brown less than 26.5, and it was looking pretty good, but now he's up to 19. I need more from Maxey anyways. I got more than 25.5. He's got 16. We'll see if he can make a couple free throws here. All right, it's actually only one because it was an and one. So Maxey knocks it down. Here's Pritchard. Dominic Barlow is checked back into the game. He's guarding Jaylen Brown. Now Maxey switches on to Brown off the screen. Brown posting up. Once again, just too much size. Short on the jumper. Offensive rebound, though. Somehow Jordan Walsh comes away with it. There was 3 Sixers down there, and somehow Jordan Walsh was the one who grabbed the rebound. I just want them to beat the shit out of Boston. Just don't care if they win. That's funny. Pritchard up top after the foul on Walsh following his offensive rebound. Now Garza gets an open look from 3. Around and out, offensive rebound goes to the Celtics. Pritchard, he'll take a 3. That's good. Grimes in the corner. He'll attack the closeout of Pritchard. Nowhere to go. Trying to find somewhere to go with it. Gives it up to VJ, guarded by White. VJ coming off the screen. Pull up 3 is no good. Adem Bona couldn't corral the offensive rebound. He'll go to Boston. Sixers down 23 points in this third quarter. Jaylen Brown, corner to Pritchard. Drives it on VJ. Has to pick it up. Try to go behind the back to White. It was knocked out of bounds with 4 to shoot for the Celtics. All right, Celtics will inbound here. White gets it into Brown, gets a wide open corner 3. Again, I just don't know what the Sixers are doing there defensively. Off an inbound play, nobody guarded Jaylen Brown. He knocks it down. Oubre gets inside. His layup is good. Sixers down 91 to 67. Brown again, going right back to work. Posting up on Grimes. Good defense from Grimes. Better shot there from Brown. He is having a monster third quarter. Maxey's floater is good. Pritchard will take a deep three, no good. Barlow rebound. Under a minute to go in the third. Maxey. Thought about the three. Gives it to Grimes. Grimes tried to give it right back. It bounced off Maxey's hands. Brown lob to Walsh. Inside. Walsh fouled by Barlow. Yeah, there's just no fight anymore from the Sixers. They've given up. They're looking to game 2 already. They might lose this one by 40. Oubre shouldn't have dyed his hair red. That's the problem. Yeah, that's what's going wrong for the Sixers. We're up to 63 likes. Can we get to 100 likes on the show? People are unliking the stream because the Sixers are doing bad. It's not my fault, man. If you're enjoying the free coverage, and if you're hoping for a better game 2 out of the Sixers, hit that thumbs up icon. And again, when we get to 100 likes, I'm going to do a beer bong. So we at least have that, huh? Maxey step back midi. No good. He's had a inefficient night. Peyton Pritchard working on Tyrese. He'll get it to Brown, guarded by Grimes. 8 to shoot. 15 on the game clock. Brown makes his move. Brown step back jumper over Grimes. Got it again. He's been unguardable in this third quarter. Maxey, 2 seconds inside. Layup is good. Beats the buzzer. Sixers head down 95-71 as we head into the fourth quarter. Well, this one's probably over, but we'll be live for game 2 and hopefully a better game for the Sixers in that one on Tuesday. So be sure to hit that sub button. And of course, we'll finish this one out, no doubt about it. Maybe the Sixers can make a run. I seriously would highly doubt it. But again, we'll be live for game 2. We'll have videos coming throughout the series as well. So if you're not already, hit that sub button, lock us in. Hopefully it's going to be a long series, and hopefully it's just a bad game 1 for the Sixers. But if you're not already, be a real one, baby. Terminator, better win game 2 or we're cooked. I don't know if you have to win game 2 as long as you win your 2 games at home. What are they even doing at this point? They've given up. It's already over. They've clearly given up. This is not the team that I saw playing against the Orlando Magic on Wednesday, but the Celtics are not the Magic. Oh, we lost a sub. What's going on out here, fellas? The Fleas, Maxey ain't laying down. I smell a run. Hey, you're a better man than me. If that's what you believe. I mean, look, I'm usually a pretty optimistic guy, but the way this game is going, I just really don't feel good about that happening. Who knows, though? Who knows? Who knows? If you want to give me a follow, by the way, over on Twitter/X, I'm always tweeting during the games, always tweeting about the Sixers throughout the week as well. So don't be a stranger. Go give me a follow at Jake Chipper. You see it on your screen right now down at the bottom. Anyone who gives me a follow right now, I'll give you a follow back. And just another way to stay up to date with everything going on with the Sixers. When any news drops, I always tweet about it first. So I'd love to get to know some of y'all better. So if you guys are on X/Twitter, go ahead, drop a follow. As a Mavs fan, this is so bad. Yep. They'll probably give it 5 minutes and call it a game. Yeah, I mean, look. They might try to make, they will try to make a push to start this fourth quarter. Down 24, see if they can go on a little 10-0 run. But if you get to about the midway point of the third quarter and it's still a 20-point game, I think they kind of call it. Where's PG? He's been okay. 17 points, 4 of 8. He's gotten to the free throw line a good amount. I've been pretty disappointed with his defensive effort. He hasn't gotten a lot of open looks from deep either. Only 2 threes attempted. Maxey, 21 and 7, but 8 of 20 from the field. Quentin Grimes has done nothing. VJ, as I mentioned, Grimes has done absolutely nothing. Hasn't even taken a shot. VJ, 13 on 6 of 15, but no threes for him. As it is fourth quarter time, we're back in action. We'll see if the Sixers have one last gasp of air. Grimes' little mid-range jumper is good, so he gets a scoring started in this third quarter. Or fourth quarter, I should say. His first points of the night. And now an offensive foul here on Neemias Queta, so a quick turnover for the Celtics. Or that'll be on Pritchard, actually, excuse me. Either way, Sixer ball. I mean, that's an ideal way to start. Maxey finds Grimes working on Hauser. Grimes can't get an open look. He resets to VJ Edgecombe with 8 to shoot, guarded by Tatum. VJ's got to make something happen here. VJ, tough fadeaway jumper. That's no good. Rebound goes to Queta. You really can't have any empty possessions if you're the Sixers and you're trying to come back in this one. Sam Hauser pulls a deep three. Dominic Barlow throws his hands in the air like who was guarding him, and another three is good for Boston. Maxey to VJ. Hands it off to Barlow. Barlow spins on Queta. Good move. Barlow couldn't finish, though. Had an easy layup with the left hand. Unable to convert. Now Hauser resets to Tatum. Almost had a good look from 3. Tatum will take a pull-up 3. That doesn't drop. Offensive rebound. Hauser 3. That's a brick. Another offensive rebound. Knocked out of bounds by Grimes, so Celtics will maintain possession. Pritchard, deep 3. That shot's off. Edwards with a rebound. Edwards now attacking on the other end. Puts a body into Queta. Leaves his layup short. Tatum over to Hauser. Another wide open 3 is good. I mean, Edwards didn't get back. He fell down after he shot the layup, and so the Sixers left their best three-point shooter open. Grimes gets by Shireman. His layup's blocked, but it's a goaltend. Count the basket. Sixers down 26. 9:50 left to play. Pritchard, lob. Queta slams it home. Just more bad pick and roll defense. Now Grimes looking to get his again. Jumper in the paint. That's short. Tatum rebound. It's a double-double now for Tatum with his 10th rebound. Tatum gets inside, finishes at the basket with the right hand. Sixers call a timeout as they are now down 30. I'm trying to watch. I cannot show the game here on YouTube. I would get banned so fast. But I can explain to you what's happening. What's happening right now is the Sixers are getting their asses kicked. I don't think you want to watch, to be honest with you. They're down by 30. What has Nurse done for this team? I really couldn't tell you, man. I've always been a big Nick Nurse guy, and look, to his credit, I mean, what do you want him to do? I mean, once again, they have no Joel Embiid. I don't know what you want Nurse to do, but at the same time, I will agree that he hasn't really impressed me, especially this year. Really hasn't impressed me much. His first year with Embiid, stuff was looking really good before Embiid got hurt in that 2023-24 season, and then the injuries, he goes down. Hasn't really looked the same since. Starters out, regroup for game 2. Yeah, we'll see if Nurse draws the white flag down 30 with 9 minutes to go if he pulls the starters. And we have missed a lot of layups, Colin. We'll have a lot to go over before game 2. That's a good point, Latu. Nurse never got the team he signed up for. I mean, what do you want him to do? Embiid never plays. Paul George never plays. I think it's, you know, there's definitely part of this that you could put on Nurse, but it's tough to put it fully on him, you know. Kevin, this game shows 2 different front offices, one that knows how to construct a team, one who doesn't. I mean, again, the Sixers don't have Embiid out there. I don't know what you want them to do. They don't have Joel Embiid. It just changes everything so much. Ethan wants a shout out. What's going on? I disagree right now. He's missing one guy. Well, the most important guy. Everything else in the fact we keep running a 2-3 and they just keep making threes. Yeah, I mean, look. Again, he's not free of blame. There's nothing I could look at the Sixers and say, oh, this is what Nick Nurse, this is how he's put his impact on this team, you know? Like the Celtics, you look at Joe Mazzulla, Mazzulla ball, right? I mean, they play a certain style of offense. It's all about putting up a lot of threes, getting good looks. Joe Mazzulla running that offense. Like, Nurse hasn't done anything for the Sixers, man. But yeah, enough blame to go around, man. I mean, Maxey's not having an efficient game. Edgecombe's not having an efficient game. We need Giannis. They're not trading Giannis to the Sixers, I should say. They probably will trade Giannis, but he's not going to be a Sixer. I can guarantee you that. Joel would not have made a difference. He would have made a difference. Now, I get what you're saying that, you know, the players just haven't made open threes, and at some point it's like you just got to make shots, but the Sixers are a much better team with Joel on the floor. And yeah, Colin, this again with Drummond. Drummond was so good on Wednesday, so bad today. It's how he's been all year. He's been so inconsistent. Now Maxey sets an illegal screen coming out of the timeout. I'm sure that's how you want to get it done, right? First play out of the timeout, then Nick Nurse draws up, and Maxey sets an illegal screen. That's not on Nick Nurse. You know? I mean, Maxey just a stupid play. Oh my goodness. And then some horrendous pick and roll defense, man. Pritchard just walks to the rim. Oh, just put me out of my misery, man. Get me out of this game. Get me out of this game, please. You could do a better job at coaching. I probably could. Maxey to Oubre. Grimes corner 3. Knocks it down. Thanks, Grimes, for hitting shots, and we're down 30. Where was that all game long? Pritchard dishes it inside of Shireman. He airballs a little push shot. Drummond corrals it. 8 minutes to play. Maxey fouled on the 3. They're going to stay on the floor. I don't know how that's not in motion. Maxey was definitely shooting the ball, but they called him the floor. Yeah, again, people talking about Giannis. Yes, he has said that he likes Maxey's game a lot and all that, but the Sixers have nothing to give up for Giannis. Bucks don't want Embiid and they don't want Paul George. And so there's no other way to get him. I can guarantee you that. Drummond down to Grimes, posting up on Pritchard. Has to pick his dribble up. Finds Edwards, who drives in. Shot is blocked by Queta. Shot clock violation. Q Genius, a lot to take away from this game today. Yeah, I'm going to have a video up after this game is over. Just kind of recapping game 1 and what the Sixers have to do going into game 2. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. Tatum, 5 to shoot. Behind the back to Pritchard. Deep 3 is way off. Sixers down 107-78 here in game 1. Looking to get a little momentum heading into game 2. Drummond tried to find a cutting Grimes. Pass sails out of bounds. Honestly, it wasn't a bad pass. Grimes wasn't looking at all. Boston has a 20-3 advantage in points off turnovers. Jayson Tatum is going to come out of this game as the Celtics will sit their starters. Looks like that's it for the Celtics starters, although Queta and Hauser are still in, so. No Maxey, no George out there for the Sixers. Got to wonder if they're done for the day as well. Queta drives on Drummond. Drummond fouls him. Queta to the line. Grimes playing like his only role is garbage time. Yeah, Grimes, the garbage time specialist, huh? Last year at the end of the season, put up a bunch of numbers while the Sixers were losing every single game, and now this year he seems to score a lot of points when the games are out of hand. When the games matter, he doesn't do a damn thing. Unpopular opinion, I'd trade Oubre to get Giannis. That's not an unpopular opinion. Anybody would do that. The Bucks would never say yes to anything like that. Adem Bona gets his first shot of the game to go. Little hook shot there. When's Embiid back? He's going to miss the entire series. Now Oubre fouls Pritchard on the inside. Trendon Watford and Neemias Queta get into it a little bit, but nothing really there. Watford getting his first action. As, yeah, it looks like the Sixers have officially waved the white flag here. So Sixers will pull the plug here and look ahead to game 2 and try to make some changes, make some adjustments. This will tell me a lot about Nick Nurse as a coach. What kind of changes does he make heading into game 2? Colin, have a good one, brother. I'm done. I don't blame you, man. Good to see you. And I hope to see you again for game 2 on Tuesday. I'm sure I will. Grimes over to Oubre. Oubre inside. His layup is no good. Fight for the rebound. Going to be tipped out of bounds by Bona. That'll be Celtics ball. Terminator, you be easy as well, man. I appreciate you. For the 260 people still watching, again, be sure to hit that subscribe button. The video coming out after the game, talking about this one, recapping it, looking ahead to what they can do to change in Game 2. And then, of course, we'll be live on Tuesday as well for Game 2. So if you're new around here, hit that sub button. Be sure to join us. Dalen Terry is now checked into the game. Filled with felicity. I reached late, but looking at the quarter-by-quarter summary, Sixers mostly outscored in the first. 15 points. The second and third were actually good points-wise. Well, they're down 30 now. The second quarter wasn't quite as bad. They did a decent job in the back half of the second quarter as step back three is no good for Hauser. But the third quarter, especially the end of the third quarter, was really, really bad. Defensively, the Sixers have not been good. They can't make open shots. So, yeah, they definitely got off to a bad start in that first quarter, and that doesn't help at all, but not a lot to be confident about either from the next couple of quarters. Do you think VJ fell off? No, I mean, look, VJ's a rookie. This is his first ever playoff game, right? And so you hope, obviously, he learns from his first experience in this first playoff game and a little bit better in game two. Edwards to Watford, back to Edwards. Screen from Bona. Edwards. Left hand floater is good for Justin Edwards. Pritchard guarded by Dalen Terry. Jordan Walsh with a three. That's off the backboard. No good. Watford, Euro step inside. His shot's no good. He looks to be shaken up. 3-on-5 for Boston. Garza is fouled. Watford gets back up, slight limp as he walks back down the floor. Baylor Shireman will go to the free throw line. How much is VJ dropping next game? If they make some good adjustments, I could see a 20-point game out of VJ next game. Grimes, fall-away jumper, no good. Pritchard turns it over. Dalen Terry is short on his shot. Now, Sixers back the other end. Terry fouled. Four minutes left to go. We're just waiting for the final buzzer here. And so, what can the Sixers do in game two to make an adjustment? Number one, and I hate to say this because it's not a real adjustment, but they just had to make shots, man. I thought they got a good amount of good looks, especially early in this game, and they just could not make a three to save their lives, man, as Terry misses a free throw. And so you just had to make shots. I mean, it really just comes down to it ahead of Tuesday's game two, that game at 7 o'clock Eastern. Number two, the turnovers. You can't be turning the ball over like you did here tonight. The Sixers are a team who have taken great care of the ball all year. They did not do that in this one. And then your perimeter defense has to be better. You just had to play more physically on the perimeter. You can't let guys just dribble right by you. I mean, simple stuff, man. I'd love to be in that film room. Yeah, Latoon, I agree. That better be a passionate film session ahead of game two. Walsh, corner three. He knocks it down. Majority of the roster never tasted the playoffs, needed to feel the burn today to know how to respond. I mean, that's fair, right? VJ is first action. Obviously, George and Maxey have been in there plenty of times. But, you know, Bona, his first action. I mean, Oubre has been in it before. So it's a mix. Pritchard, step back three, no good. Celtics fans are chanting, "We want Boston." They're mocking the Sixers fans who chanted, "We want Boston" after that playing game against Orlando. Barlow down low gets his layup to go. The season feels over, but it's just game one. The season is not over, man. I'm certainly not feeling great right now because of the way this game has gone, but it's one game of a 7-game series. Still plenty of series left to go. What a reverse layup there for the Celtics. I don't even know who that was. Barlow, no good in the scoop layup. Harper buries a three. It's a 120-85 lead. Watford drives in. Layup able to go. 2 minutes left to play. This one's over, so I'm going to take a second to tell you guys about Prize Picks one last time before we hop on out of here. Big shout out to Prize Picks. Get signed up today for sponsoring today's show. Today's show brought to you by Prize Picks, America's #1 sports picks app. Postseason basketball is here. No better way to cash in on the action than with our friends at Prize Picks. Super simple to use. All you do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. You choose flex play or power play, and you're on your way to winning some big-time money. If you want some inspiration for the rest of this Sixers-Celtics series, or other series across the league as well, you can follow me on the Prize Picks app with their new social feeds feature, where you can follow friends as well, copy lineups with a single click. My username on there is @JChip for you to see my lineups. And we have a great offer for new users as well right now. So if you are a new user, if you download the app today, use code HMA when you play your first $5 lineup. You'll receive $50 in lineups. That's code HMA when you play your first $5 lineup to receive $50 in lineups with Prize Picks. That link in the description and in the live chat right now. Our final look at how my Prize Picks lineup turned out. And let's see if I was a winner or not. I don't think I was. And no. I was not. I had a $20 3-pick power play to win $120. Tyrese Maxey, I needed more than 26.5 points. He ended up with 21. I needed more than 27.5 PRAs, points, rebounds, and assists for Paul George. He ended up with 22. Technically, I was right on Jaylen Brown, less than 26.5 points. He finished with 26, but again, a lot of these guys didn't play the last 8 minutes of the game, so probably would have looked a little bit different if it wasn't such a blowout. Super chat coming in. Shout out to my mom for sending in this super chat before we hop on out of here. Trying to get the vibes up a little bit. Rough game, hoping for a better game too. That's all you got to do. You got to move on. It's a 7-game series. It's first to 4, not first to 1. So how do you adjust, right? And that's what we'll talk about on the post-game show that I'll have up very shortly after this one's over. If anybody wants to send in a super chat before we hop on out of here, still 200 people watching live. All super chats get a shout out. I show them up on screen like I just did. $5 is a beer cheers. $20 is a beer bong. So that 20 coming in is a beer bong. Q Genius, Paul George, got to take those Tatum Brown matchups personal. Yeah, they both severely outplayed Paul George. Tatum and Brown, that is. If the Knicks can beat the Celtics, so can this team. I think if we had Embiid, you certainly have a better shot at it. LT Rador, do you think this is the best game of the series and they'll fall apart? Talking about Boston. I think they can play better, man, the Celtics, unfortunately. They their best offensive rebounder, Neemias Queta, was in a lot of foul trouble all game. Now, Tatum was amazing, but Jaylen Brown wasn't very good to start. He was good as the game went on. So I think they can even play better, man. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. We have time out on the floor with 1 minute left to go, so I'll take down this beer bong before this game is done again. Thank you to everybody who hit that sub button today. We picked up over 50 new subscribers tonight. That is awesome. If you're a new subscriber, I really, really appreciate it. I promise you, you won't regret it. Year-long Sixers coverage. It's 100% free. And still plenty of games to go in this series. We'll be live on Tuesday for Game 2. So we got the Celtics channel in the chat. Boo this man. Get him out of here. F Boston. Everyone spam F Boston in the chat right now. Get out of here. Get out of here. Y'all can have Game 1. That's fine. Long series, man. Long series. But I'd answer your question. I'm not feeling good, all right? Do some drinking. F Boston in the chat. Celtics channel's down there in the chat trying to clown us. It's one game, man. It's one game. Y'all better guard up next time. Yeah. No defense being played on the ball. Barlow gets blocked on a dunk attempt with under a minute left. Baylor Shireman knocks down a three. We ended with 30 seconds to go. Thank God we're almost done with this game. Baylor Shireman made that last three, Naheem. Sixers are going to lose 123-91 here in this opening game. Their series against Boston. I don't know why Dalen Terry's even bothering to fight for a loose ball here, trying to steal it away. Just let the game end, Dalen. Celtics fans are booing. And Trenton Watford will just dribble this one out. Largest margin of victory for the Celtics in a playoff opener ever. That is embarrassing. All righty. Back to the drawing board for the Sixers, man. Back to the drawing board for the Sixers. Just a brutal loss. And hopefully that this leaves a bad enough taste in your mouth if you're the Sixers where you come out firing in Game 2, because you really were pretty bad in this one from start to finish. Brutal game. Brutal game, but I appreciate everybody that was here hanging out with us, still making the stream a good time. Wished it would have been a better game, but maybe we get a better one in Game 2. So we're going to hop on out of here. I'm going to get a post-game show up pretty quickly. Get some thoughts out while they're fresh in my mind. Probably get a short up as well here in a sec. So, again, hit that subscribe button for more coverage of the Sixers all year long. We'll be live again on Tuesday for game number 2. So lock us in if you're not already. All my real ones, I hope to see you again on Tuesday. And no, it was bad tonight, but really can't get much worse, can it? I don't think so. I don't think so. Man. All right. Sixers lose game one, 123-91. Biggest opening game playoff win for the Celtics in their franchise history. They'll have a couple days to regroup. Have hopefully a passionate film session, see what they can do in game two. My name is Jake Chipper. Thank you all for watching 76ers Now. Our live coverage of game one. We'll be live again Tuesday. Hopefully a little bit of a better game on that one. I appreciate everybody for hanging out. Hope you all have a good rest of your day. Watch some other good NBA basketball. And we'll see you right here on the channel. Peace.